Hi guys, and welcome to DigiDoesGaming on Elite Dangerous. We are off, continuing the epic adventure. Between episodes, we do a little bit of travel. And today we're traveling to, well, I say today, this will probably take quite some time. But we are traveling to Sagittarius A, which is, and here I am by the way, making my way. I've bookmarked a few different routes along the way that I can use the highway, but ultimately my goal is to get to here. And then many an adventure we're going to have from here forward. So I'm just setting up real quick. Shouldn't be too long now. And we can start making our way. Also join in on a party chat that's ongoing with Cartel and the other guys, so I am not lonely on this route. Lots to do indeed. Lots to do. I'll just get the bot up and running. BlackBox. That's always important. And then we'll take it from there. Dun, dun. I am so excited to be back on this game. I really did miss it. Alright, so let's just point BlackBox to our stream. My laptop's a little glitchy right now visually, but it should connect. Alright, that's good. Make a few adjustments here and we'll make our way. Alright, we're looking good, we're looking good. Alrighty, that is looking good indeed. So let me just jump into party chat and I'm going to start making my way.
I'm not sure whether to make a quick way back or not.
There's a quick way back?
It's okay getting to Sag. Then you got to try and get to a station and as well.
Yeah, Cartel's got a really fast way back. Tell him, tell him.
Yes, yeah, I saw the message. I saw the message. But unfortunately, Digi, it's a little bit more of a pain in the arse if I did a fast way back.
You have an anaconda, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I would never do that.
No, I have in my current balance 27.8 million. My rebuy cost is 22.2 million.
Oh,
yeah,
I just have enough covering my rebuy. Just.
Yeah, so do I. But to be honest, considering the only other ship I've got is in Quince at the moment, and it's only a little crappy sidewinder. I'm just thinking whether to start making my way back now or continue to Sag A, then make my way back.
I'm think I'm nearing the halfway point. I'm going to continue and then spend a lot of time out there. I'm going black hole hunting and whatnot. We're going to start a black hole hunters show.
But what I want to do though.
You want me to come up with some good names for that one for you?
Please.
I'm sure I could come up with a few with what you're doing, man.
We could give it a new name each week.
I kind of just thought of one, and I'm not aware of it. I should say it, considering Cartel's streaming.
As am I.
Yeah,
So
I
yes,
like
we
that
have
always.
impressionable we have impressionable viewers.
Yes, but some of those viewers are kind of below the certain minimum acceptable age range.
We're allowed to say it after 9 p.m.
Yeah, I'll be asleep by 9 p.m. because I'm really up 5 p.m. in the morning.
Ooh, fair enough.
Come
Besides,
on.
I can't be losing choir boy status over a game, so keep it clean.
Yeah, hence the reason. How many jumps have you got to do? Even though you got a little bit of higher jump range than me.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm going via a bookmark system.
This has only got advanced maintenance.
Yeah. I've done it off my own accord. I've set a certain waypoint, then I'd set a waypoint to stage
Give me
from
a station where I can buy stuff.
route plot.
Oh, got you.
So-
Yeah, what I've been doing is I
Yeah.
kind of set down and I bookmarked all the Neutron stars, and I've been kind of jumping between them as best I can. So it's
Well, at the moment, I am 301 jumps away from the Sag, right? And that puts it at about, if I lock on Sag, where is it bookmarked? There it is. It's 6,500 light years
nice.
from my current position.
Yeah, that's nothing. Don't turn back.
Well, considering I've just done what was it, about 19 to 20,000 light years already, and that's the total jumps I plotted out for the whole whole journey was 1,227 jumps.
Ouch. Ouch.
So every
Cartel, I'm
minute,
jumping ahead to the Oracle to see what they've got.
right? So
Alright, man, thank
just
you.
yeah,
I just
so
need
just
someone
think-
where I can do shit fitting.
Yeah. So you could put it in perspective of how many systems I've scanned, not planets, just systems.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you work it out. I've worked it out roughly. I'll be in about when I get back, I'll probably be somewhere in the region of about 100 to 150 million.
I like it. I like it.
So by the time I get to Felicity,
Hey, Moti, how you doing, man?
Excuse me.
I should have by then a grade 5 FSD.
Ooh, I like.
Hopefully, that's to the point of unlocked, not bought or created.
Yeah.
The difference that grade 5 frame shift drive makes is just phenomenal. I just can't go back now.
To be honest, I do want it because without the thing at the moment, I've kind of worked out with my current setup, I'll have an extra 20 light years jump range on what I've got.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, stating that when I'm fully upgraded to absolute Thargoid hunting, right, I'll only get about an extra light year and a half out of it. Right? But that's because I'm going to be so heavily armoured. I'm going to be more heavily armoured than the Imperial Cutter is standard. When I say it's standard, I'm fully maxed out, I'm modded.
All right.
Cartel, you head to Donner's Oak, and I'll go to the Oracle. What parts are you looking for?
Well, I just want to be able to fit my shit, you know.
With the parts
Everything.
are limited.
FSD and stuff like that.
Your bone stock, gotcha.
So I'll try Daniel's progress.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Let me open up EDB real quick. Let's save you all this time.
Great thinking.
Oh yeah, commodity hunting. Yeah, commodity hunting,
Parts hunting.
No, I'm
in
trying to
Maya.
find a station where I can fit my shit. They're all on lockdown at the moment.
fair enough.
Unless I head
See
back to
frame
Meta.
shift drive
Yeah.
power plants.
So I have to admit, I was contemplating whether to choose and get an Asp Explorer and do the Sag run. I think I really should have, because then rebuy cost wouldn't matter as much.
True, true.
But the 150 mil was kind of very too tempting.
It's a great incentive.
It's a very great incentive. Especially when I put in a route of about 21 light year jump range.
That bike crack is bad.
Oh, is it my mic? Give me a sec. Tell me, in a second, tell me
Yeah,
if it's
crack on the line.
What's the crackerjack?
4, 3, 2,
The Oracle or Donner's Oak is your best bet, bud. One or the other. If you can't get there, I'll grab what I need to get you fuel or whatever.
Hey Simon Mercer, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Which one was that, mate? Sorry.
what about now?
Either the Oracle or Donner's Oak. It's in the Pallades sector, IRW, D155.
How's
Oh,
it
it probably
cracking
shows
now?
you where it's at, though, doesn't it?
scooping.
Wherever I'm at.
T155, yeah.
I'm not there yet. I'm one jump away. So as soon as I jump into the next one, you'll be able to just follow me into it, I guess. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, how's it cracking now, guys?
Better, much
Keep
better.
talking. Yeah, absolutely.
Is it non-existent or is it still sort of lingering?
You're in
Still there,
here,
but not as frequent.
17692.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Remember, I've only got a 7 light year jump range, man.
Right.
Hang on, are you heavily armoured or something, or you got just load of cargo space cars out?
I've just got a crap FSD on, because I use all my decent stuff on my Asp Explorer. So this has got basic fittings on.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear the Asp Explorer's FSD is exactly the same as Python's.
It is. They're both
Yeah, I'm
fives.
saying I've only got a 7 year light years jump range.
Yeah, and his
So I need
parts
to
are
get into
cool.
a station which has a fitting thing so I can have a look and see what the problem is.
Ah,
I can tell
gotcha.
you right now, actually. Give me a second. Let me get on my Corollas. Now that I've been updating, I can tell you.
Is this worth it, lads? Yes, it is, Simon. Simon's asking if this game's worth it, boys.
Oh,
yeah, that is-
absolutely, Simon. This game is
100%.
worth it.
Best game money I've
100%.
spent in a long time.
Drive charging.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the buy, mate. There's so much to do, it's unreal.
Indeed.
Right. Cartel. Are you
Yes,
able
sir.
to tell me what components you've got at the moment? Like, whether it be everything, core or that lot? Core components,
Got,
points.
60 thrusters.
Have you rebought the Python?
No, I swapped the fittings around to put onto my Asp Explorer.
Okay. So
So this has got all crap fittings that was left over.
Oh, that's just weird.
you're basically stuck with it.
Yeah, I'm basically stuck with this until I find a fitting station where I can swap it around. Simon, there's nothing wrong with being 46.
Didn't you have a dolphin here?
Yeah, I've got my Dolphin here, yes.
Right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being 46 is I'm older. And I love this game. Right, I'm going to try and get to Daniel's progress and see if there's anything now.
Okay. Nothing showing up on the EDB.
Or I haven't even got a fuel scoop, so I can't even do the 20 jumps back to that. Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
At least you've got a 32 ton tank. Looks like fuel rates are going to be coming soon.
Oh, they won't, they'll be fine.
Okay, Reed's Rest was shut down, right?
Frame shift drive charging.
5D frame shift drive at Moni's hub in Maya. That was Moni's. Maya wasn't locked, was it? The rope was locked down.
Palin Space, so where's Palin Space?
4, 3,
Uh,
2, 1.
Don't you
Yeah,
have to be
cheers,
invited
buddy.
to get anything from Palin?
I'll have a look at him around, just being interdicted. So what system is Palin? Yeah, we played the original back in '84. I was on Spectrum.
Palin is in Maya.
And which is where I'm at now.
But that system's on lockdown and you don't have an invite to Palin? Can you still buy stuff from her?
I don't know. What planet is she
I
on?
always-
I don't think you can land without being destroyed, without an invite.
Right, so I need an invite. You're on the BBC, Simon? Cool, man.
Were all the stations in Maya on lockdown? Is it the whole system? If not, you need to go to Moni's hub.
What are you going to set? What are you setting up in Python? Is it bounty hunting or just sort of able to do mix and match?
Well, we're going exploring, me and Spider. We're going to visit some telco bases and stuff. Yeah.
So you want
No,
to
I haven't got him unlocked yet.
So you want to mix? You want to mix and match it? Have you got-
Yeah,
enough-
just fit it, because I've got guns on it. I just need to fit a few things so I can...
What kind-
It's like most things, Simon. It's not easy, but you just got to learn.
Even if you could just
How to play the
derate
game.
everything, you'll be able to get enough to do what we're doing. And I know you can get some fuel scoops here once we can get you to...
Yeah.
Once we can get you to the Oracle, we can get you fuel scoops and all that.
I'll take it you're going to go for the 6A fuel scoop. Make it easier and quicker to.
Doesn't need to. Every
Fuel.
place we're going is within 4 or 5 jumps. No big
yeah,
deal.
but the quicker the scoop, the more time you can scan and explore the system without wasting time.
Not that type of exploration.
Oh, okay.
I'd say that's better. I'll try and do a proper landing this time rather than messing with it.
I've been to all the Thargoid sites within 6 jumps of Maya in my career. 3
I'll tell
fuel
you,
scoop.
are you running 3 multi-cannons to beams? Or pulse?
No, 2 pulse lasers. I think.
What, the
I think
gimbals?
it's 3 pulse, 2 modis.
3 pulse, 2 multis?
2 pulse, 3 modis, yeah.
2 pulse, 3 multis. Medium pulse?
I'm just dropping into cruise.
Right. Next Neutron star.
Yeah, but what you find as well, Simon, this game has an awesome community. And there's loads of people who are actually willing to help and support you in the game. There's also loads of Facebook groups out there that are willing to help.
Looks pretty cool, that does.
Here's number 9, you reckon that's it over there?
I'll tell you right now, Cartel, you're definitely going to have to upgrade that for FSD. I'll tell you that right now when you get the frameshift drive.
Yeah, I know I do, I know.
You want
It's in
increased
Hitson
range,
7693. Thank you, Banner. Appreciate that, man.
thrusters,
Alrighty.
30 thrusters, extreme.
You're back on the planet, Kurto. I'm on my way to Moni's hub to see what they've got.
Alright, thank you, man.
I'll be docked in 30 seconds.
Just trying to swing around so I could land you.
This is part of it that's going to make the squadrons things a lot better. I mean, if we had a ship park nearby, someone can get to these parts, drop it off at our squadron ship. You can go then and pick it up.
See, that's another thing. That's another thing that should be. You should you can transfer your own cargo. You should be able to let your friends be able to transfer a certain amount of cargo at a time.
We should have a clan where you can share the funds between each other and
That would be...
Yeah. Squadron
Yeah.
bank.
yeah, squadron base, yeah. So if you didn't have enough money, you can borrow it out of the squad fund. And,
In case you need the whole squad to be set up for something, why not?
yeah.
You owe me a class 5 frameshift drive, you know? And with us being able to haul cargo, if they can haul these parts to these stations for me to buy, why can't I buy one here and haul it to you?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody
do
had
like
to bring
a-
it to Moni's hub to begin with.
Player transfer thing.
Yeah, why not? Should fit in the cargo hold, right?
Right.
Fit in somebody's cargo hold, or it wouldn't be where I'm buying it.
Yeah, just jettison it out and away you go. Aye, what a shame. It's definitely a missed opportunity.
That's just quality of life issues for me, though. I mean, no big deal.
It's on the plan, is it, Barry? Alright, thanks, mate. Oh, yeah, we have an outfit in.
Alright.
It's my one, boys. Let's have a look.
Yeah, that's better for that one.
It'll be all class 3s.
Alright, 7 jumps to the next Neutron star.
Yeah, well, I always acknowledge people that come into my stream, Simon. Because if it wasn't for you guys coming to talk to me, I wouldn't be here. So
That's
you
why I
guys are
subbed
very
in
important to me.
It's good that you do that. That's why people stay. They feel welcomed and invited. I don't
Second
bother
two is a
watching
3C.
people that
Oh,
don't
this is
talk to you.
very good.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's going to be real low grade ones there until we get to.
Right, let's fit a fuel scoop then. And then I'll go back to Netto.
You're going to head back to Netto.
Yeah.
You can get D class if you get a fuel scoop. You can get D class stuff here, can't you?
Yeah, bro, I've got a lot of stuff in Netto.
Oh,
That's where all my stuff is stored.
gotcha.
Whew.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick a crappy fuel scoop on.
Oh shit! I'm not supposed to be landing. I didn't. Ah, that was close. I just tried to steal somebody's landing spot at Moni's hub. That would have got me shot down, yeah?
I'll be back.
Yes,
in
this
about
game
5
is
minutes.
multiplayer, Simon.
Oh, yes.
The two blue dots you see above my cockpit, the left one is Ace, who's in the party. He's online, he's in Play, he's in Money. Spider, who's also in the party, he's at Moni's hub, which is a different station. We could actually meet up and fly together. Or fix it too, yeah, we're trying to do
We're working on it.
Just, again, Cartel's been an idiot.
That's not bad.
Okay. If I drop stuff off my ship, make it lighter and make it travel further, right?
Well, what are you thinking of dropping off?
Well, I'm just storing stuff at the station because I'm trying
Ah,
to get the jump made up on my ship.
But if you didn't want to jump all the way back there, you can get to a station and derate everything and play around here for a while, yeah?
Hey, John D, how we doing? Right, so where are we going?
oh, this is a long and perilous journey.
Yeah, sure is, right? So where are you, Spider?
I just pulled into Moni's hub.
What in Mayo?
Just bumped the dock. Yep.
Fuel scooping.
Thoughts on EVE Online?
Temperature critical.
EVE Online's a good game. It's very immersive. It's point and click.
You
You
can
don't
get
actually
everything
fly
up
the
to a
ships.
G-rated here. They've got fuel scoops.
Alright, buddy, I'm coming to Moni's hub.
Yeah, EVE Online can be a treacherous game as well, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of PvP in it in EVE Online. Even if you're a miner, you're still going to get ganked and stuff.
That's it. The default rule is trust no one. Hey, fly this way. I want to show you something cool. Don't fly that way. Trust me.
Well, I spent 5 years on that game. Yeah. So now I'm going to Moni's hub where Spider is. So,
Frame shift.
I would say they're two totally different games.
Engaged. Frame shift drive charging.
Even Elite? Absolutely.
Yeah, they're totally different games in it. This is, to me, is a spaceship simulator. Are you-
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Because I'll show you my ship, Simon. I'll show you my
Space
ship.
Life Simulator.
That's my ship, yeah. Yeah, there's my ship. And there's the base in the background that I just left.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frame shift drive charging.
Come on.
4, 3, 2.
So you guys are still planning on those Thargoid sites, yeah? Or have you given up on that?
Yeah, Christmas will be going.
And it's just a little bit of
I
exploration?
can't talk this is a shit sorted out.
You just doing exploration, or are you trying to meet a Thargoid?
Going to the sites, collecting materials, gonna open the doors on the big one.
Okay.
Go inside, take a look at it all.
I wish I was back there.
Gotta go get the key. I used to have a key, but I blew up my SRV while it was in the hold.
Oh, as you do, as you do.
How the hell
now
do
I
you
have
do
to go
that?
get another sensor. I've got pictures. I didn't make the jump.
Well, it's actually more complex than you would think. So here's the checklist of what you need.
That's why I took pictures. Yeah.
No, but how do you blow an SRV while it's still in the hold? Seriously. What do you do?
No. The sensor was in the hold of the SRV, so I no longer have it to open the doors.
But he blew his SLV up.
It was
Trying to get
I
onto
was
there.
I should have had the key, the Thargoid sensor in my ship, but it was still in my SRV when I was goofing off. So I lost that along with my SRV. I don't miss the SRV.
Well, yeah.
Just a
I miss
sensor,
it so
just a
much.
sensor.
Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I don't have an SLV on this.
Supercharged.
Gotta have an SRV.
I know I need an SLV, I'll get one.
Oh, you need to have an
My fault
SRV.
everywhere to go hasn't got anything. You do realise I've gone a bit mad since I've been out of the bubble.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I call them rovers. You need a rover. Or a buggy.
Yeah, I call them buggies a lot too.
Crash test dummy.
No,
The
that's
last thing
just
I like
the
is
driver,
scary.
yeah.
True, that is the driver, yes. Very much so.
Yeah, we're on about doing buggy racing and that. And it goes through
Oh,
again.
wait. Hold off until I get back for that in a week or two.
Yeah, sure, man.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'm still making.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
still
hey.
making a course. That big site is a spiral, and it's hilly, and it's got places you can just squeeze through. It's just amazing. There's jumps that you can make that you do it or die, kind of a thing. In some of them, it could be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Right, just don't do any jumps on an extremely low gravity environment planet where you have to ask the fuel rats to help you try and get back within the atmosphere.
Fair
Well,
enough.
Spider
my
wants
plan.
to do that because he wants to jump to another planet.
I'm looking for that planet as we speak, man. That's why I explored.
Well, that would be interesting. I wonder if you could like do the math necessary to actually escape the gravity of a small moon in your SRV and actually,
It's possible. Because,
head towards another planet.
It's
Who needs a ship? Who needs a ship?
no, it is possible. It's because there's actually a YouTube clip called Code Red. I think it's called Code Red, right? And there's an SRV being pushed back into a planet's atmosphere by an anaconda from a fuel rat.
Yeah, I've got a red suit on, dude.
Fuel rat.
Oh, baby.
4 jumps to the
I
next
have
neutron
expounded
star.
on my plan a little bit. I was watching
Sure,
a
man.
video of the 2 planets coming together in that system, and I thought I need 2 planets like that, one low grav, one high grav. As they're coming together, I leap from the low grav planet, let the other one suck me in, make the landing just before everything blows up. That would be classic.
Indeed.
Yeah, considering that when you do, you'll be in the glide position going about 250 kilometers per second.
Well, Simon, I'll show you the bubble.
2,500 kilometers per second, should I say.
Go to the galaxy
Right.
map.
Fast is good. Any contact with the second body, I will consider a landing.
What, even if it's in pieces?
It doesn't matter how explosive. If I made contact, I made contact.
That's fair enough.
This is what they call the bubble, Simon, where everybody lives, right? Full of universes and everything.
Aside from the people who decide to live
Gonna
on the
zoom
opposite
out
of the
now and
galaxy.
show you how big the universe is.
No, that's the galaxy.
No, yeah, the universe is bigger
The
than
galaxy,
the galaxy.
sorry, yeah, galaxy. Now this is the galaxy. All my bookmarks up. I was here last night, Sagittarius. Colonia.
Then about 10 minutes later, he got back to the bubble.
I got back to the bubble nice and safely.
That's an amazing trick.
So each dot you see in the
3
game,
weeks to get there, 3 minutes to get back. I love it.
so each dot in the game is a system. So where's Netto?
There's over
2 jumps.
440,000 systems, was it? Or no, million systems, so.
It's 400 billion, isn't the same? Didn't they model
I'll
it
show
after
you
our
Netto, right? This is Netto, where my home
stars?
system. So you got the main star, which is the sun, 2 asteroid belts. Got Netto 1, which has Isling Vision. That red thing will tell you that my ships are there. And you got these other planets. And you got another station there, which is Citron Hull.
Alright, one more jump.
So every dot is a system just like that. Mm. So the game is massive.
It is massive.
Is Simon the fellow that was thinking about buying the game?
Yeah.
He is. He's asking. He apparently
Very good.
he said us guys are Uber. He's impressed with us, guys. So thank you for that. We'll do our best to
You're going
entertain
to
you
get to know
guys.
this
and
game
have
and be sorely disappointed. We're never going to see him again.
Oh,
fun. Maybe less than
no!
this, you know. No, but if he does get it, Simon, you want
Alright,
PS4?
Neutron Star.
Because if
I
Simon's
just-
on PS4, he can come and join us.
I just
Yeah,
love the look of a
absolutely.
Neutron Star.
Cartel,
Cool.
invite
Yes, sir.
me to a wing, and invite me to a wing and show him where I am compared to where you are currently at the moment.
Hi Carl, welcome to the channel. Presumably most systems are undefined until they are discovered. Somewhere a hard drive has been filled by thousands of explorers, maybe. More or less. Well, not really. In terms of it being undefined, the whole galaxy is already generated. So it's not, it's static more than dynamic. So it's there to be discovered. But you're right, hard drives are being filled by thousands and thousands of players as we adopt a rock. Let me...
Like it,
You
man.
had to say it. You had to.
Yeah,
Someone
say
had to
it,
say
yeah.
adopt a rock.
Like,
By adopt a rock, I mean...
Diamonds on PS4.
If you're the first to discover, like a planet or something, Carol, then you put your name to it, and you've kind of adopted the rock.
Yeah,
Yes,
it works.
and Cartel had adopted loads of rocks, then lost them due
Yes, he
to
did.
unforeseen death.
Due to space madness, boys. I was suffering really bad with space madness.
Alright, I need to plot my way to the next neutron star.
Let's put it this way:
Here.
where I am now within the galaxy, it's taken me 4 days of about days worth of gameplay, give or take. Hey Jodo.
Jedi, how you doing, mate?
What's up?
So
Well,
where's
the
this
furthest,
landing pad?
is the
Can you
furthest
see?
point that a body
what's this
is
like?
away from the star literally like 1 light second beyond
Ah, I didn't get
a
the
light
supercharge.
year?
What is this right here?
I missed the supercharge.
Listen.
What is that? Ouch. Ouch.
Guys, whoever done that, remember Cartel streaming.
Yeah.
It was for Mash Get Smash. It was like not even 5 seconds on. I made sure.
So where's my landing pad gone?
Oh,
Is it
slow down,
underneath?
slow down, slow down. Thank you. Phew.
Did it come across really loud or something?
Yes.
I see this
Very much
spider
so.
shit.
Very much.
So you sit on the landing pads?
It's probably just occupied. I'm inside.
Oh yeah, it's occupied as shit.
You'll have to
I've
wait
lost
till
my
somebody
landing
else
pad.
leaves. I think this
Okay.
one's only got 1 medium pad.
Let's see. Is it worth exploring or scanning unexplored bodies in a system? Or doesn't it add much value? It does. There's merit to it.
There is merit, but most of the planets are only worth a certain amount of credits. There are
I've lost my landing
select
pad.
few that are worth quite a bit of credits.
Okay, and is it worth it cartographically?
Yes,
Yes.
the ones
There's
you
a
want.
page with all the scans for the ones that are worth it. What will appear in your radar. So when you go into a system, just
Where's
click
my
them
landing
all. But little things like asteroid clusters, they won't give you
requested
nothing
docking,
at
yeah?
all. And the
It
majority,
usually lights up. I can't see.
the majority of them are just like worth 1,000 credits.
Yeah, but you don't have a dock assignment yet, Kurto.
That's true.
So yeah, there's value.
There is value most of them. On pretty
Docker
much all
request
of them.
I'm
denied.
trying to explain, there's a few specific types that'll give you big money, up to 420,000 credits per scan.
Because it didn't put you in queue. It just
The one let
denied
me
it.
dock, Commander.
Alright, so yeah, you can break it down 2 ways. Value for money. There's some fantastic planetary bodies you can scan, water worlds, Earth-like planets, high metal content,
Apparently
etc.
there's a new update for PlayStation.
Ice bodies and stuff won't do that much, but cartographically, sure, absolutely.
I wanna see if
Your
it
ice
shows
bodies, your ice bodies
But
and
you-
your rocky bodies are just going to give you 1,000 and 1,100 credits, respectively.
I can't land on this, can I?
But they can
I'm
add
here,
it.
though. You should see me
Right.
pulling out right now.
Great
Yeah,
question.
Python.
Unless
If
somebody's
you-
on the pad.
Any at once.
If it's not giving you access to a pad cartel, it's usually because someone's actually on the pad. You have to wait until it's vacant.
There's nobody
Yeah.
on it though. He's staring right at it.
No, he's in the hangar. You watch, you'll see an NPC come out soon.
I just pulled out of the hangar. Was it me?
I wonder.
Were you
No,
blocking
you-
my path?
Well, I
Alright.
was sitting in the hangar.
No,
That's,
no,
you know,
I've had
Oh, there you go, it's
NPCs
giving me a
making
pad now.
noises.
So let's see.
Wait,
What?
It was. I bet that was me flying away.
Alright,
Don't land too
So
soon
it
when
was
it
your fault.
authorizes you.
Carol
Probably.
says, one system gave me 300,000 credits, but I have no idea why. So, Carol, that system that you scanned might have had more valuable bodies in it. Like maybe water-type worlds,
With a top end high metal
See,
rich.
because
high
Spider was
metal
on the landing
contact,
pad. it wouldn't have
etc.
landed.
As
It's
opposed
because we're in a
to,
wing.
as
If it
opposed
was
to,
an NPC, it wouldn't have done it.
as opposed to a lot of systems you'll enter, Carol, will be just ice bodies and stuff like that, and they're not worth as much. So if it sounds like you hit the jackpot on a system there.
Docking is
it's like
harder
most
for
things, Simon. It's
Simon
just
than me, it
practice.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're not very good at docking, you can buy a docking computer. It does it for you.
Just be warned with the docking computer, there's still a little couple of glitches to it. It might, instead of trying to go through the docking port, you might get put straight into the side of it, just below it or above it.
Not to mention the shame and humiliation of knowing that it's in your cargo hold.
Ouch.
Okay, I landed.
I mean, no hate, man. I really don't. It is a sandbox. You do you.
Yeah, docking is hard at the beginning, but once you get used to it, it's easy enough. Just gotta take your time.
The hardest
take your
part is
time.
trying to. The hardest part of the hardest part of.
Well, the hardest
Yeah.
part is going through the letterbox.
One of the stations in its circular momentum.
Once you're through the letterbox, it's easy. It's my
No,
opinion.
once you're halfway through the little box, it's easy.
Once the station's influence takes hold, yeah.
And just don't hit the boost button when you're in the station.
Yeah, that's very important. Try to avoid the boost button.
Yeah.
Which
Avoid the
funnily
button.
enough, I believe that's keyed by default to the landing gear, isn't it? You need to hold circle and push
My
down.
advice is always remap it first.
Yes.
Remap that button the first thing. Well, you can't do it first. You have to go through the checklist first. If you remap it first, it bugs the system. It won't let you finish your final check.
Oh, wow.
And you cannot take off until you reboot the game and reset your settings. So don't do it first.
Has Sony allowed us to plug in any old USB joypad
No, not yet.
No,
keyboard yet? Sorry.
No, not yet. Not for this game. I've got 2 HOTASs sitting here I could be using.
Seriously, I thought we had mouse and keyboard functionality ages ago on.
we do, but only specific ones that PlayStation sell at this current time. It's a gimmick
Well.
to make AKA because they don't want any old mouse you can do keyboard and mouse from the
Yeah, but no, they hypocrited themselves by doing that because remember you can already buy a keyboard for the PS4.
Yeah, but that's
Right.
what the thing. What they've done is they've at the moment they've with the last few updates they've
Oh,
what
dear.
they've done is they've locked it off to PS4 mouse and keyboard only.
Oh, it has to be their brand. Right, I get you. That's typical of
But-
Sony.
There are game developers that have games out that
Let's deal with
allow
that next.
you to use any USB input to run their game, like War Thunder, for
Well,
instance.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
example, on
The
the PS3,
companies
I
can
used to
allow it
use-
and just get around PS4's nonsense.
Well, the very
That's-
first game
yeah.
on PS3
Ooh,
that
I take that
into
offline and repair
allowed
it soon.
as well on PS3.
Yeah, but okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why they'll be able to do that is because they're using their own servers. Right?
Yeah,
Any other
Metal
game.
Gear Online. Metal Gear Online was awesome. First game.
Right. Oh, yeah, I love that, by the way. Carl says,
Yeah,
"Yep,
there
on
was
PS4
nothing
you
else like
often." On PS4, you often examine the back of a wall in a station when trying to drop forgotten landing gear. It's so true. I've been so guilty of that.
Absolutely.
We've all done that. We've all done that, haven't we?
Oh, I love it.
Hey, the worst part about it is when you do when you're next to no health, you've got one of the most expensive ships in the game, and you accidentally do it, and basically you become a smouldering wreck at the back of the station. That's the worst.
I've rebound so many buttons I couldn't even fly Cartel ship. And he's got that yaw to roll thing turned on, so it's real herky jerky, and all the buttons are in the wrong place.
Yeah, you're using the
Oh,
controller, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I heard.
What other peripherals like for PlayStation these days? Like, is there a decent steering wheel with real,
Joystick.
decent-
Yeah,
And
the
is there also a joystick?
a joystick and
Yeah,
the thruster. Yeah, and a thruster stick. You have a Cartel, don't you?
Yeah, I do have a hot ass, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Do they have a chair you can sit in, a bit like the cockpit of Elite?
No, I don't know. I'm normally on my controller.
No, but
Rather
you
than
wouldn't.
hot
You wouldn't
asses.
really care so much if you. I mean, I think it was designed around VR, from the PC perspective. So you wouldn't really care what chair you're in because you're in the cockpit. I guess it's just getting it comfortable. Cartel seems to have a great setup.
I played in a gaming chair. My friend had one for the PS3.
I have one on order next month.
Actually tilted left and right and it rumbled and all sorts.
I have one on order.
I've got my jump range up to 12.
I heard Alexa voice controls for the PC version. PS4 needs that. Yeah, I've heard of the voice controls for the PC as well, and you can get different different voice packs. Like one of them's who's that guy who played? I don't know, but yeah, you're right. PS4 needs voice packs.
Promised a lot of that kind of stuff.
I suspect that some of the problem with some of these things that the PS4 doesn't allow is because their systems just can't handle it all.
Oh, absolutely.
Every time a game adds too much to it, everything just the frame rates just take a nosedive.
The thing is, though, mouse and keyboard
worse and worse.
True. That's why it's not gonna. That's why it's not gonna take VR. But I'm praying that whatever they come out with as the next PS model, the PS5 or whatever it be, that it has the capability to run this in VR.
I think they're gonna have to sort it out sooner. They're gonna lose their
would
player
have the
base.
capability to run in VR. It's guaranteed. What it is that Sony need to get their head out of their bottoms is basically allow R3 to be used as the VR viewing. So what I'm saying is use the sim axis of the smartphone that's wedged into the headset to
Yeah, 1 second, bro. Simon has a question.
So
Go ahead, Simon.
Sorry.
One guy.
Well, apparently Simon's buying the game, which is great. And he put, can you use D-Shock? I don't know what that means.
DualShock controller. Yeah, I get along just fine with it. I crash very well with my controller.
I've only ever used the DualShock. I'm using it now, and I find it's fantastic. I've mapped a few keys a little differently, just a few minor deviations from default, which it'll let you do.
Which is, so that just goes to tell you, and I'm doing fine. You don't have to remap a thing. It's purely your convenience.
Yeah, you can map new things. Like, I have R2 and X for when I want to target the next jump, when I've kind of taken my attention to something else. Minor little things like that.
Which never has been used before. So there's actually the opportunity to add your own.
Yes, indeed.
Combos. That's the best thing about it.
So the controller is not an issue, my friend.
No, you would get along just fine without it.
To anyone viewing on my channel, sorry for the delay here. Repairs are needed badly.
I don't know.
It's all good, Simon. Use whatever you want.
I'm not a very good pilot. Unless you're well shielded.
I'd love to have the proper setup that she uses, but I don't know, man. I don't know if they've got them out with the accelerator, like the gear stick sort of thing. That would be cool. If they need both. Wow, Seos to Sothis, you do rank them up really quick, don't you? The missions.
Mm-hmm.
When is the guy going to contact me when I'm maxed out? The next engineer.
I think that was a general question.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I got an answer, specific answer of somebody in here yesterday. I forgot.
You're talking about the Seos guy.
Yeah, at what point do I get the engineer to invite me? Because I'm allied with Newham, a few stations left.
I didn't even notice that Cartel's gone. I'm still just flying around outside the station.
I'm inside the station, fit my ship.
Here you go, guys. Jed, I was asking a question about the Seos engineer.
Yeah, it's my mic too.
Yeah, I'll see you again, Simon. Pop in anytime, mate. And if you do get the game, let us know, and we'll help you out, buddy.
I think my mic is too quiet today or something, isn't it?
Might be a little bit. Guys, can you hear us?
No.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I can hear you just fine.
I asked the question.
When the engineer that's stationed at Seos, one you need to have an invitation for. When are you able to
I'm
get
just
that
going to toilet,
invitation?
boys. Seriously.
I have no idea.
Okay. The engineer from Seos. When do you get permission to get into it? when you
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
Sirius permit.
Yeah.
You get the Sirius permit from the Sirius Corp when you become allied with a Sirius Corp controlling faction. I believe it had to be a controlling faction. I went to CO
We're in
Sophis.
Theos and Sophis.
Where there? There's
Nice.
in CO's.
Go on.
In Ceos and in Ceos Sothis, there is a Sirius Corp faction there, and you just run data missions back and forth until you get.
Oh right,
until
that's
you
it.
get-
I'm doing that.
and then you'll
Yeah.
get the doing that. You'll get the permit to get into Sirius system, and then you go into Sirius system
Will it make you
to
aware?
Quent. Get Quent to 3.5, and Quent will give you the invite to Palin.
Alright, excellent. So I'm on the right track.
If I'm remembering all of this right, I just did this several days ago.
I'm really
Yes, you're in the right
maxed out.
place. You are in the right place right now. If you're in CO Sothis,
Yeah, so I need the 4th engineer unlocking. Because they're the ones that do the power distributor. Gwent. It's insane. You only ever get sent to like one of two. There's only one place in one of the areas, CS or whatever. And in Sophis there's like 2 bases. That's it. And they're really close together pretty much.
if you bring a couple of passenger cabins with you, you can do the atmospheric scans for $1 million plus a piece and grab $2 or $3 million every time you do a data run as well. And that's what I was doing.
Well,
the whole trip
just
takes you about
doing
20
the
minutes. And you make
deliveries,
$3 million a trip, and you're doing your rank grind, and you're getting your permit, and you're unlocking an engineer
Oh, what's the best trade then?
trade.
Yeah,
between the
he's more of a trader at the moment.
Well,
See, I don't know. I don't.
If they say deliver 80 units of silver for 1,900,000, which they did a minute ago, I take that because I got 80 tons of cargo.
I just take everything federal. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry.
I know. I need to go to the updated EDDP or something. I was just thinking while I'm doing missions, I could also be, when I don't have any cargo missions, I could also be running cargo back and forth. What I'll do is I'll check. It's probably something basic and you only make like 200 per unit or something. But I'll check.
Right, Spider, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm just out here scanning wakes.
Yeah, I've only got a 12 light year jump there. I'll have to do.
4 jumps to the next Neutron.
Oh yeah, it's probably.
Do you guys
So you
know
wound up
about the
delayed.
8-second rule?
Or as best you could.
Yeah, I've heard
You guys know.
8-9 second rule. Sure, half throttle.
Yeah. Basically, you can hammer it towards any target, but as soon as you see it getting down to like 10 and then 9, and it's just about to cross into 8, hammer your power down just below blue for a second, and then get it back up so it says 8 seconds, and you are right to land, and you'll never overshoot, and you'll also get there at maximum speed.
Well, that depends on the ship, because for an Anaconda, it's 11 seconds.
I just
I
used
thought it
3/4
was
and half
really
power. Forget all the math.
I thought it was the rule
Yeah,
of 8.
in my Python it works out at 8.
Yeah, the Anaconda and above is it works at 11. Obviously, bigger
He's a
ship.
member of the Anthill mob.
Can you jump out
Yes.
early as well? Disengage early in some ships?
What the hell?
Or is it just some station?
Right, so where are we going,
Full
Spider?
stop.
Disengage well
We
early.
need to go find a key.
That's weird.
Okay, so where do we find
So,
that?
Merope, I think, was the one that had the key.
I think I'm
Let me
making
look.
enough money now that I'll soon be able to just buy an Anaconda or something. Way better.
Anaconda's about 147 million.
That's about right, yeah.
I've made
Right, let's go to
15
Morocco then.
since in about 4 rounds of Sophis, sir. And
Alright,
then now
plus you need
I'm
a
double
decent
checking
amount.
it because I don't think I have that one saved.
Yeah. Plus, if you're thinking about Anaconda, it needs at least 500 million for at least a half decent setup, so you don't die straight off the bat.
Yeah, I understand. But remember, I'm going to be Vipering just for the fun of it for a few days. And then I'm going to start the passenger missions, and then that'll bring in big money, so I just got to...
Yeah, that's it. I mean, my Anaconda I bought for, as he said, 147 or something, and I've put about 80 or 90 million into it, and it's nice as an exploration vehicle, but it wouldn't hold its weight in the bubble.
Well, I bought mine. I went to Quince and exploited Quince. Yes, I know what you're going to say about this Jedi, but hey, that's
No,
how
I don't mind. It's just I just think self-destructing your ship is stupid.
It wasn't an exploit. It was a game mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't. I think I done it in the sideways to minimise the rebind.
Yeah, you and me both.
I got nothing against people that have done that, but
just put the SRV dock in the Sidewinder and just keep rebuying it.
the people that do that just to
Alright, let me gather my thoughts for a second here and see where I've got this right now.
That's different.
I've got
If
the
you guys did it,
a
you'd have
couple of
done
these planets
something
written
good.
down, but I don't have them all bookmarked.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids that did that exploit who are just running around in the biggest shit possible, not actually doing anything, just going, ooh, look at me. You know what I mean? But for people like you who are going to go on to do things, then I've got like no problem with like that, because you're still going to appreciate it.
Yeah, that brings me up with a brilliant but funny story. This guy, I was in my fully upgraded Vulture at the time before the mods came out. And this guy came up of things, started. He interdicted me in an Anaconda. I'm thinking, okay, I'll have a look at his combat rank. It was novice, right? And he thought he could take me on because I was a little Vulture, right? I stood there. He started firing. So me responding to the threat, I responded in kind. His shields went down within like 10 seconds, and I destroyed him within 5 seconds. 5 seconds later, he sent me a message back saying, "You're an arsehole. I just bloody got this bloody ship."
Oh, are you kidding me?
Right.
He didn't have the insurance buy, did he?
No, he didn't.
Oh,
Right?
Jesus.
He sent me a message. He sent me a message. I'm going to report you for hacking, cheating, blah blah blah, and all that lot. And then I sent him a message back going, well, that's what you get for trying to take on another player who knows what they're doing and doesn't buy impulse buy a ship because they got enough money just to buy it.
That's it.
Oh, Cartel like that.
He'll be back.
He'll be right out.
Go! What's it?
But,
One more
yeah,
jump
it's
to next Neutron.
Either that or they Spider and Cartel went on game chat on the game chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, they went on game chat.
What the hell?
Is this still coming over the stream?
Yeah, yep, they're gone game chat because we're speaking quite over and they need to do what they need to do.
Ah.
Yeah, but should I turn off my stream sharing voice so I don't have to get in their way?
No, if Cartel left, then the street they won't hear our voices.
Oh, of course. Alright, that's great.
If I'm thinking right, I think
right.
it's Diggy's stream that'll be able to hear us now only.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Cartel after, dude, don't feel like you have to have us all in there chatting over each other and stuff for your stream. But we could do like weekly podcasts together and have a chat about all things PlayStation, and PC, and Xbox. You know, that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
We'll suggest that instead. You know what I mean? Because there might be people who watch parts 1, 2, and 3 with not many voices in the background. But now he's gone into 4, 5, and 6. You know, it's more people talking. They're having a laugh. You know what I mean? I mean, yesterday I never laughed so much in a long time.
I think everyone, Diggy, after you came in, I think that's when it all started kicking off with the absolute hysterics.
Yeah.
Especially
times.
Fraggle Rock.
Yeah, Fraggle Rock was good.
I was flattered that it had such a knock-on effect, even to people's missus hearing in the background. And the kid, the little kid, what's his name? Hudson, was it? He's the one that came out with the his own take of the song.
Oh, that was nice. And yeah, I like this idea, like a weekly podcast, or we call it a tube cast or something.
Yeah, that'd be very cool if we could do that. We could also do it sometimes, maybe on like Skype. So if you look at like a lot of podcasts online, you know, you don't have to show your face or whatever. It doesn't matter. But then all 8 of us get into a room. Then, do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to necessarily be a screen. And each one of us who has the screen can post up pictures of screenshots or links. Anything useful regarding Elite or anything similar.
Diggy, if you're still heading to Sag, well, you're still saying, oh no, you're heading to Sag, but how far have you got to go?
I couldn't tell you. More than halfway anyway. And you can call me Digi.
Digi? What? Digimon, neither one.
Digimon.
But yeah, I'm approaching halfway mark. I'd say nearly.
Digi.
Well, if I get there, I'm hoping to plan doing, I'll get there before I have to go to bed tonight. If you get there by the time I get back on after tomorrow, how about we make it? I'll get you into my private server or something, or vice versa. We'll make our way back. Both make our way back in the same route.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
At least that way it makes it easier and less boring if we got 2 people.
Very true, very true. I like it.
Yeah, my friend.
How many jumps to the next Neutron star for?
Well, I've got about 267 jumps to go.
Whew.
All I know is I'm definitely going to have some major cartography cash coming in.
Yeah, for sure.
That website, you've got to look up the ones to scan and what not to scan. It's just a simple picture that you can have on your phone next to you.
I'm not scanning planets. I'm just scanning systems. That's it.
Same as me.
Considering the distance, right? It's going to be. If I was scanning planets right now, I wouldn't even be caught away by now.
What I mean is, by having that radar picture to your side, just jump in, and you would literally know straight away the one.
Yeah. If I'm thinking about it, it's the Pathfinder you're talking about, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I know the planets to see them and what is worth and what isn't. It's just maybe when I make it to Sagittarius, I'll do a little bit of black hole hunting, all right, but that's about it.
Do you know the next black hole, the closest black hole is about 6,000 light years away in any given direction.
Oh, I know. I seen there's a spot. I guess at some point off Sagittarius A, it's the big black hole cluster there that I wanted to go and visit. It's a massive cluster of them.
Yeah, there is a cluster of 3, but it's about 600 light years away from the bubble.
It's not so bad.
And the thing this has over No Man's Sky, you know, in the distance you actually see little brown clouds, tiny ones. Yeah, you can actually get to them. They're the lump things that you see on the galactic map, aren't they? Like
the nebula? Yeah, the nebulas. Yeah, I've only been to one.
You
but
can
yeah.
actually explore them, can't you?
Oh, you can go inside. Yeah, so long as there's stars inside, which most of them have, then yeah, you can jump right in. Interesting view of the sky from inside there.
Especially when you land on the planet.
That's
you
it.
You can't see anything apart from the nebula. Which I have to admit, I've seen a few pictures and some of them are absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Obsidian Ant puts out some great ones.
Oh yeah. I've seen some of that.
Was definitely my number one. And then fair play for the PS4, David has done a great guide, which now is out of date. So this is what I was thinking as well, guys, now that we're not on live stream. is that there's a gap in the market for tips to PS4, especially post 2.1, 2.2. You know what I mean? There's like no updated guides really. Obsidian occasionally will release something nowadays new, but it's like to do with the Thargoids and stuff like that. More so, I've noticed. He's not really focusing on the out-of-date tutorials that he was doing, but they're now, recently out of date, and they're soon going to be out of date again. Remember, with all new changes coming in Q1, between now and Q1, sorry, to exploration.
Well,
I've
apparently
seen that.
Q1's also going to update some of the current big ships. Like for example, there's talks about upgrading the cutter's maneuverability as well as the corvettes, making them a little bit more maneuverable.
What's the spaceship that's out at the moment, which requires its own special dock to dock with? You can't get inside that gap. It's so big.
That'd be either one of the Majestic class ships or the Federal's battle cruisers.
I saw a ship that looks like the Star Destroyer the other day. And,
yeah, that'll be one of the Federals. It looks similar to the Federal Corvette, but on a totally different scale.
They were 8 times bigger.
No, that is actually exactly 10 times bigger.
How big? They're big enough, basically, in my opinion, to house Cobras and Vipers and stuff. It should be.
It's big enough to hold Pythons.
Exactly.
A couple of Pythons.
Yeah. I hope they had that. I hope they had a ship which sort of, say if you're at a res site, you can pull in like a Star Destroyer would in Star Wars, but they're not really the focus of the game. The TIE fighters are. You know what I mean? So no one can really damage your intergalactic ship. Like, Battlestar Galactica or whatever.
Gotcha.
You're thinking a bit too much like No Man's Sky.
No, fucking ain't. No Man's Sky never produced that. They lied about it. No, I'm on about like having a portable garage, so you can quickly on the fly do
Yeah,
a roll.
no, they're not doing that. Those ships are AI controlled only. Because if a player had it, it'll be a bit too unfair for the lower people that can't get to the small ships.
They're gonna up everything, aren't they? It's the way of these games. Or make it a lot of more, because there's a lot of crap from the original Elite that didn't make it in, and they're adding it, aren't they? One of the two of the old ships they're adding as well soon, and they're only small ships. Oh, what is it called? The ship they're adding? It's another snake name. I can't remember. I remember a couple more. But yeah, we don't have all the 1980s and 1990s ship names yet. There's a few they've left out, I think. For now.
That'll be awesome. I cannot wait to see things like that come into the game.
I'd like it as well if they balance things as well, so like, you have your ones that are, easy for people to obtain, and then the ones which are sort of end game, because it'd be sad to see only end games come in from
that's it. But I like as well that I've been at this now a few months, I guess, on and off, and there's been no new ships, which means they're not oversaturating it with options or whatever. They're taking their time. They're putting a lot of thought into what goes out, which I quite like.
Yeah. I remember it's been out 2 years or so, building up on the PC. It has changed quite a bit, but then what they're talking about now is radical change, which is pretty.
Hoorah!
Getting 50 to about 150,000 per range. And there's loads.
what do we have? 6 jumps to the next Neutron.
Please tell me you got yourself a field maintenance unit.
I have a field maintenance unit. I regret not bringing
Never.
2, but I have one.
I have. That's why I don't use the Neutron stars, because I don't have more than one.
Ah. Mine's at... I've been using nothing but Neutrons. My field maintenance at 98. It's not doing too bad. My FSD dropped to 76% before it kind of started crapping out, so I had to stop there about 20 minutes ago and repair it. But yeah, so far so good.
To be honest, I might use the highway to get back. It's just I don't want to take it because I want to get back to the bubble.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
I want to get back to the bubble. I've got what? I used it 3 times, and that was only about 98% on a couple of them. That's just to make sure I'm because I have to admit, I did have like one module malfunction. I'm thinking, oh crap, let's repair.
If you're not using your best ship, you can leave your best ship there, buy a cheap sidewinder and self-destruct and respawn all the way back at the beginning for
I'll tell you right now, if they had a station out here big enough for an Anaconda, right, then I would take that option, because before that I would have sold all the cartography data at the station.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then self-destructed. That way I wouldn't mind doing that, but it's the fact that they haven't bought any stations anywhere close to the centre of the galaxy.
There's no stations out there?
No.
Oh, there's nothing.
The closest one is Kelowna, and that's halfway in between the outer edge and the core itself.
Oh, is that why there's talk of returning back to the bubble after that? Because you're going to have nothing to do.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I noticed near the end of halfway point or whatever, Sagittarius.
No, don't get me wrong. Eventually, there will be stations cropped up at locations around the galaxy completely. They're going to make it like take a cue from Star Trek and have like the Alpha Quadrant, Beta, and all that lot.
Yeah.
Right. With potentially different species in certain quadrants. But that we're talking about at least about 10 years, worth of programming there.
Okay. Data storage full again. Don't know what is rubbish and what's good out of data and stuff. I suppose I don't need 88 of those, just 8 echoes, do I? Oh god, so I just throw away 89. No. Yeah, because I haven't really done any high FSDs yet, even though I've ranked them up. I still haven't really done any high upgrades. I think the highest upgrades are 2 or 3. Is my Type 6 a 30 light year jump range-ish?
It's pretty good for a Type 6. Or am I? No, I'm thinking Type 8. Okay.
Type 6 with, you know, a lot of stuff on it.
Believe it or not, the Type 6 is the most used transporter ever in Elite Dangerous.
Huh.
Alright, but that's because... Yeah, but no, that's because it's got the highest jump range and the highest maneuverability out of all the even a killback.
Makes sense.
Right? There's only about 1 to 2% of the whole Elite ED community. That's across all the platforms that use a Type 9 Heavy or Type 17.
Hmm.
Type
Right,
9
but that's
is $76.
yeah, but that's I suppose because they got other people in their things. They take it in turns, and it was and they're always going to wing so that so they can do what they need to in their type transports.
Oh, believe me, I wouldn't do it American Play anyway. You know what I mean? Unless I had a win.
I wouldn't use it in time for Barge because I know there's was it my Anaconda, I can get roughly about the same cargo space and still be able to defend myself quite effectively.
Awesome, yeah, but Anaconda is one of the, like, you know, top 3.
Warning. Frame shift
It's only when I see a couple of third launches I'll start shitting myself.
drive.
They're not even supposed to be that strong against the Anaconda, are they?
Yeah. Forget that statement. I apologize, I'll forget that statement. Let's put it this way: I've had third lance for the upgrading, and I absolutely decimated Anaconda. Hell, even Federal Court.
I've killed both of them with a Sidewinder and the Feds.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Let's put it this way: they have, like the Anaconda, third lance is the only small ship that one of the smallest ships that has a huge hard point.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
it has.
would you advise for that harder point?
It's the same price as any other ship with a
What would you
huge hard
advise to
point.
put there?
Multi-cannon is you get 4 mediums, 1 huge. Right, you have 4 medium pulse lasers or beams, and then one huge multi-cannon.
And how much is it?
What would you say? About a mil, about 4.5 mil from that huge one, if I'm not mistaken. Would you say Would you say right? That's about right, did you?
Sounds about right.
400 mil.
Yeah.
No, 4 mil, not 400. That's more. That's gonna be more than any ship in the game's worth.
So
Easily.
basically then, I'm better off getting the Lance and the Vulture.
No, because the third lance do have stronger shields compared to the Vulture, and it's still and the third lance is still just as manoeuvrable as a Vulture. Right. It is stronger in every aspect, apart from the Vulture does have that little bit extra maneuverability due to its size.
God damn it.
Okay.
Right, but it's the same price as it's around about the same price as a Python, but third lance is combat orientated.
Yeah.
Where the Python's is like the Anaconda is multi-class.
Gotcha.
It has about the same same jump range around as a Vulture, and its cargo space is just as appalling.
Warning. Frame shift drive operating beyond safety limits.
There
So
we go.
I think I might go into if necessary, I might go set myself up as a bounty hunting, go into an anarchy system and start pirating for some of the materials I need for for the FSD.
It's not a bad idea.
Frame shift
Not a bad idea at all. Alright, what are we? 7 jumps to our next bookmark.
Though as well, I'm going to be getting a couple of cargo spaces as well, and maybe unlock Todd. Or, the Dweller, I should say, and sell some black market.
Yeah. There's an easy way of doing that. Okay.
Well, the easiest way to do it is if you don't mind paying a bit of extra fine just to unlock him, you could accept a couple of mission boards and then sell them off to the black market.
Yeah, that's
What?
exactly the one I was tip. 5 black market or something.
That was weird.
frame shift drive charging.
So what, you accept a smuggling mission, I take it then, and then fail it on purpose.
No, any mission. Then just abandon the mission. Then sell the cargo.
Stolen goods.
4, 3, 2, 1.
See,
That's not going to cause much of a dent when you're already allied, is it?
no, I won't do it against with the any system that I'm allied with. I'm talking about the like, for example, if I went, because I'm not going to go do any of the Empire stuff because I want the Federal Corvette, not the cutter. I'll probably go to the Empire and do it with them. I don't mind ruining my reputation with the Empire. I want to keep myself with the Federation.
So far I haven't done a single mission for the Federation, I don't think. Let's have a look. Empire 0%. Alliance 5%, and then Federation friendly 64% with recruit 1%.
Yeah, I'm friendly with both. I'm friendly with everyone. I'm great.
Yeah, you can move to all three, don't you?
Yeah, I'm friendly with both. But I'm trying to rank up to get the Corvette, just purely because I like the Corvette.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of the Federal ships, you have to actually have a high Federation combat rating, don't you?
Mm.
Okay.
See, to have the Corvette, you have to be a vice admiral, or an admiral, either one of those two. And that's a hell of a lot of grinding to do.
Indeed.
And the best ship to do that would be the Asp, because most of the missions you have to have it, and you can't have a large ship.
That's good to know.
And I have two systems that be able to do that quite on a relatively quick way, because it's usually the missions they give out are usually a one jump away.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
But in the Asp range, I might add.
And that's the important part.
Yeah, that's the kicker.
3. What do we now? 3 jumps.
So many missions backwards. So yeah, I've done this elsewhere, just by Todd the Blasting Quinn, but there's a reason to be here and do this, isn't there? Not dweller, the
See, well, at one point I'm going to save some of my cartography data for Todd, because I'm going to get the corrosive multi-cannons. Try and get them as much as possible in a nice 56 object system. Nice.
You have to play for something to get that thing happens. Edge to a faction.
Wow, that's a quite powerful big system.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. Next Neutron.
This is the most boring part of this game. Jump, scan, jump, scan.
Jump, scan, jump, scan. Yep. Exhilarating. It is exhilarating.
Yeah, it's exhilarating. It's me letting loose a fart.
4, 5.
So they should allow you to do like within your ships, do like a battle drill, have a little crew that you can just mess around with, and, you know, to make the trip a little bit nicer.
Yeah, anything.
Oh look, a
Well,
passing
we're
meteorite
going to be
just.
getting Galnet radio soon.
Look,
so
a
you can
rainbow.
catch Galnet on the way to places.
Hell,
There's going to be a radio station.
hell, I'll be happy to be in hyperspace interdicted by a thyroid and scanned by just right about now.
I'd take it. I would
It
take
says,
it indeed.
So
I've just seen something for the first time.
Oh,
In
it's not
software
turning,
sense,
not turning, not turning.
It says
Turn.
thyroid interruption stopping the cartographic.
Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Heard about
yeah,
that?
so all I like to do is let them scam me, and that's it. Goodbye. Don't
That's
don't
it.
attack.
Derek, hello, welcome to the channel, buddy. How are you?
Ready to engage.
Oop, go.
3.
I didn't know. Realize it was
Engage.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. I usually am when I'm jumping. Oh, sorry, jump scan.
Please, you're making me fall asleep.
Oh, this one's nice.
How do you get it to stream directly to YouTube? Is it very easy to set up? You just have the option there, do you?
Yeah, very simple.
it
Just
is.
push the share button and just hit YouTube.
Or Twitch, or whatever account you signed up with.
Yeah, whatever your
Right,
poison
you
is.
really didn't have all that, did we? This is kind of new, you know what I mean?
So, at the moment,
yeah.
I've got both Twitch and YouTube. It's just I haven't got the download speed to actually stream.
Yeah, I had that issue as well. I was on really crappy Wi-Fi, and I went and I bought 35 meters of cable there about 2 months ago. It's such a shoddy job, man, but I run cable up along a ceiling, up along a stairwell, around another stairwell, and boom, right into the back of my PlayStation, and now it's just solid.
Hell, even I'm still getting the thing. I've got one of the old Virgin hubs that you one of the very first super fast fiber ones.
Hmm.
And it's about nearly 10 years old now.
Oh, yeah. They got to send you a new one, you know that, every year.
No, they don't.
They don't have to. If you sign a new agreement with them, they can't. But you get locked into contract again. Yeah, I'm on Virgin as well here in Ireland.
Yeah, but don't forget to get in contact with your phone suppliers every now and again, because there's actually, they don't tell you, but there's actually like promotions and stuff on, where like instead of $25.99 a month or something, it would go down to like $15.99 a month if you take out just an extra contract on top of your own. So you end up then like having to save it up those £6 to £10 a week, just because you phoned up and just asked.
Drive supercharged.
Yeah, that's usually it.
Well, I'm going to be swapping to it. I'm swapping to TalkTalk, so at some
Well,
point.
in the UK, you know what the best is, and it does run through TalkTalk, I believe, is or PlusNet, one of the two. I'll check on my bill. But basically, after being with BT and hearing loads of positive feedback about the internet on the post office, I changed to post office, and I literally save 50% of the money now, and I get a better signal and better customer service.
Well, where I am, it's no fibre optic area, so
I'm not even on fibre optic.
no, but I'm thinking about because my mobile network EE, they're doing their own mobile, they're doing their own broadband, but I'm just thinking if it's done with a SIM and using the 4G network.
Derek, yes, I did get a new ship, buddy. This is the Donager 2 Anaconda class. Sorry.
AKA one of the best ships that without you don't have to have a rank with to buy.
Exactly. So yeah, this one's red.
Yeah.
Mine's black with red pinstripes going all across it.
Scooping.
But well, when I say red pinstripes, I'm talking about luminescent ones.
Yeah, I've seen those. My first Donager one was blue. My Donager 1, so Donager 2 is red.
Have you still got Donager 1, or did
No,
you
that-
lose Donager?
I lost Donager 1. She was insured,
Aw.
but we had to put some time aside and build up some money to outfit the Danager too. Yeah, it was a sad, sad story.
Please don't, you're gonna make me cry.
It was horrible.
Yeah, somewhere her essence still is somewhere in the sun of soul.
Nah, I learned so much though. I learned how to use the radar, how to know when something's nearby. Oh, big lessons were learned. I was about, I think I was about 600 or 700 light years from the bubble, and I was chilling at a star with no planets around it. And there was a lot going on in chat. I'd I think about 12 or 13 people in Livestream with me, so it was really hard to keep up. So I was chatting away, and then one of the messages was like, hey, look back at your screen. And I did, and yeah, I'd been interdicted and was being ripped apart.
Ouch.
Yeah. And by the time I could put my hands on the controller, it was too late, more or less.
You're not expecting. Awful.
So the lesson learned here is keep an eye on the stream, try and keep an eye on the ship while you keep an eye on the stream.
Exactly. My eyes are on, even now, my eyes are still on the radar. I know there's no NPCs out here. It doesn't matter. I'm just trained to watch it all the time.
The thing is, you can be interdicted all the time, or when you're doing...
Usually not this far out.
Around, no one comes after you. As soon as you take your eyes off the screen, it's almost as if they know sometimes.
Actually, I will say I've been chased by one player. Yeah, this is while I was on the Xbox. I had a Python for the cargo, and I was making the 1,700 light year journey to transport it because it was worth nearly 60 million in credits. Right, and yeah, this player wanted the cargo, and he said, "Don't get run away. You're not going." And that by the time he was trying to by the time he was trying to send a message, I already jumped.
Did
so
he?
He sent me a message through. He sent me a message through Xbox Messenger. Right. So and it's like, dude, I'm trying to talk to you here. Stop trying to think. I know what you're trying to. I sent him a message back after I'd done it. After I jumped again, I sent another message, a voice message back saying, "Dude, I know what you're trying to do. You're not catching me."
Good luck.
Right.
Oh, damn it.
Was it? Yeah, it spanned the whole of the 1,700 light year jump.
Ouch.
Right, I got to the station. Right, just as I was going through the letterbox, he started firing on me.
Bad move.
Yeah, bad move. I was safe. I was no hands on the controller, letting the auto dog do its thing.
No.
Yeah,
Sure.
letting the auto dog do its thing, and the station protected me.
As it does. Fantastic. Oh, he must have been sickened. What a waste of his time, like.
Yeah, I messaged him saying, "Dude, how's your ship?"
Turned out well.
Yeah, I mean, is it? Are you still coming through the letterbox, or is it you moving away now? He went. He sent a message back saying, "Unfortunately, it's a little bit of both. Some of my ships going through the letterbox, some of my ships being blasted away from the other side, and now I have no insurance to buy it back again."
Why?
I sent a message back saying, "Well, that's what you get for trying to steal my cargo."
That's it. I mean, it's not the other player's fault. Derek, no worries, buddy. Sorry. Thanks for tuning in, man. I'll catch you next time. But yeah, I mean, what do you expect when you attack someone, huh?
Yeah. Also, can't you
Good reason
reclaim
indeed.
your ship once you do get the thing back?
The only problem is his ship was a further lance. That's why I wasn't taking any chances. I was in the Python, fully outfitted for cargo running. I had like 11 light year jump range, but it was the point of I had shield boosters, shield boosters, chaff launcher. I did have my weapons just in case I did get interdicted by them, but it was to the point of I was determined in not
Oh.
letting him catch me.
Can you
Understandably
go
so.
back to your shipwreck afterwards? Sir?
He sent me a message saying, "Can we be friends now?" And no, goodbye.
That is awesome.
I'd like an answer.
I did congratulate him on the absolute amazing effort and determination, but
Yeah, that's about it.
let's put it this way: after that mission, I was able to buy the Anaconda, and I've done the noobiest thing possible.
What did you do with the Anaconda?
I bought the Anaconda. It had I had enough to rebuy it once. No outfitting whatsoever. I'd done a mission. You can guess how that turned out.
Yeah.
Then I thought, hang on, then I thought, hang on, it's not gonna repeat itself.
No.
That was it. I was stripped back with a sidewinder with only 30,000 in credit left in the bank.
Starting
I was,
again.
Absolutely mortified.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't like that at all.
So yeah, very hard lesson learned right there.
But yeah, these are the lessons we need to learn. It's what sets us apart.
At least I didn't make the mistake. Oh, actually, I kind of did make a similar mistake. I still bought it and bought the ship with no outfitting, but at least I didn't take any missions. I bought a fuel scoop, made my way to Quince, bought a sidewinder, and started making money to outfit it and get some outfitting on the Anaconda at least.
That's it. Yeah, outfitting key. Can't wait to properly outfit this. Really can't.
Well, the outfitting I've done, are you going to set it up as a bounty, like a fighter, or was a potentially multi-crew?
Fighter.
Class?
Fighter.
647 million, and you'll have a perfect setup.
Looking forward
And
to
that's
that.
with the mod. That's with the mod. You'll be stronger than the shields. Will be stronger than a clipper,
Oh, yes.
the cutter. You'll have more DPS than a Corvette. That's I'm not, when I say more than the cutter and the Corvette, I'm talking about them as standard,
Yeah, exactly.
not modded, right? And I had a look at the YouTube of fully modded up and upgraded Anaconda against Thargoid, and it does considerably well.
Good. No, I'm looking forward to that. Grab as much data as I can out here, and probably do some runs then the Road to Riches a few times, and it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm definitely making my way back to the via the Neutron Highway, I think. I'll probably get about a 40 light year jump range, but that's still a big bonus.
Via the... You think 40 light years? Why?
Because I've got 21.
So that'd be 80 then, 84.
Ready?
Yeah, it's 4 times your jump range.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm getting 100. Usually my jump is 111, and if I'm lucky, there's a few neutrons close enough to each other within 80 to 100, so you can cover nearly 600-700 light years in 4 or 5 jumps.
That's not bad. That's not bad. It still take a few days, but
Absolutely.
hell, I was covering about nearly 1,000. Was it what 1,000 to about 6,000-7,000 in the past few days. I started what on not like this day.
100 light years?
No, I'm talking about 6,000 to 7,000 light years in a day.
No, what about, he just said he had a 100 light year jump. What ship is that?
No, it's I'm in the Anaconda, so my jump range is about 27, 29. But when I go into the cone of a neutron star, it overcharges my FSD, and I can get about 111 tops.
Okay. I need to learn how to do that. So I can do 30 light years.
Well, when we're back, right? Because I've got a known neutron star within the bubble that's that I've got bookmarked. I'll take you there, and I'll show you how to do it.
I'm gonna check my FSD.
It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to do. You just got to have patience and in order to control your own ship. It's
That's
a lot
it.
harder to do it in an Anaconda than it is in anything smaller, because you get a lot more wobble out of it.
Yeah.
Right, but I will say the longer you stay in the cone until it kicks you out itself, the higher the jump range you will get.
Okay. Interesting.
Actually, I wonder, can I? Where's my heat sinks? There it is. Can I get ammo?
Wow, I've gone from 56 million to 70 million already, just going back and forward. Seals.
What are you doing? Data carrier missions or cargo?
Or both.
Okay.
Which ones doing data delivery, anything, even if it's low pay. But they're all starting to give me 28 to 50, some even higher. They're almost all allied now, so then they'll all be giving me decent ones rather than just some. And when I get my Explorer, right, and come back here, they'll be 4 times up to elite. Then they'll give you even more permission. That's why exploration's good. Get the right planets.
Oh, absolutely.
There's an elite route path, which isn't as far as you'd think away, which gets you enough cartographic data, and it tells you exactly which star to scan in each sector, 1 or 2 of them, and only the high-paying ones.
Hey, have you got access to Cartel's private server?
Have I got access to his what? To his server?
Private server.
I think so, yeah.
Do you want to jump in it? Because I want to see how far exactly compared to where you are than I am.
Yeah, sure. Give me a few minutes there, and I'll. Oh, hang on. I'm at a neutron now. I can stop here. Yeah, you're miles ahead of me, I'd say.
I know it might ahead, but I want to see how many light years it is. So I want to see how quick you are from doing one jump to another jump. How quickly you come through the galaxy for it.
Yeah, sure. Let me jump over. Start. Private. Cartel. Cool. So yeah, I'm pushing away here nicely now. We're making a jump there in a second.
Give me a second. I'll leave the little wing that I'm in at the moment with these guys. Leave one. 12,500, nearly 12,600 light years away from me. You are.
Wow, it's nuts, isn't it? Absolutely nuts. Some distance.
Oh my god. See, what I take it you're going sort of around the outer edge of it instead of going straight through the centre like I did?
Yeah, my path is erratic because I've plotted it on a website, so it's it allows a 60% variance to head from neutron to neutron to neutron. So instead of if there's a neutron pointing away, it'll more likely route me there instead of going in a straight line where there are no neutrons, if it'll save me time in the long run.
I noticed that with the
you got a wing in by the way as well.
Oh, cool. Hang on.
The normal highway sort of directs you to blue something. Something blue is the name of the first area you hit. And by going that way, it sort of doesn't look like you're going directly there. But obviously it connects with like pipelines or something, or whatever they call them.
Oh wow, you're after getting a
Actually-
fair bit.
Yeah, I've just
you can
noticed
get
where you are, and you're sort of going nearly parallel to where I've gone.
Close enough. My next jump now, for
Yeah.
example, is down.
Oh, okay. Well, this was it. You know, if you look on the map, you know the centre line where the bubble is.
Hmm.
Right, that's pretty much the route I've taken.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right, and I just plotted like a 20,000 lighted plot of course. Then once I got close to the close enough that I can actually plot straight to Sagittarius A, I'll just stop replotted to Sagittarius A, and I've just kept that.
That line, yeah.
route.
It's nice. It's a nice plot.
Nice plot. It's giving me. It's still. Considering the thing is, it's a nice plot. It was a nice plot, but it was a grueling one.
Yeah, for
Let's put
sure.
it this way, grinding for the Corvette would be a lot more fun.
Ah, well, you only have to do it once, right?
Yeah, but I've got technically twice. Got to make it back.
Yeah, that's true. I hate the thought of that part. Yeah, absolutely hate the thought of it. Oh, okay.
Cannot comply.
What's going on here?
But the rewards, by the time I get back, is going to be immense.
Yeah. That's it. And the exploration rank, if you're not already up there, I mean...
Ranger, 2 ranks away.
I'm Pathfinder at the moment. I've got quite a bit to hand in, but...
Let's do some FSD
Actually, you got 1 rank.
repair.
Hmm?
You're one rank for being elite.
Nice.
Well, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder's the second to last rank.
You sure?
Yes.
So after Pioneer is what? So after Pathfinder is Pioneer, is it?
No, after Ranger, it's Pioneer. No, Pathfinder. No,
I'm
Pathfinder,
sure I'm
Ranger.
too
No,
away from you.
sorry, Pathfinder, Ranger, Pioneer, then Elite. I think it is.
Alright, so I've got 3 ranks, 2 ranks to pass.
So that's
two
Dragon
to
Age 2.
That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I mean, what am I, for Explorer?
got a
Ranger. Rawr.
I don't know, maybe I'll find it wasn't enough.
Competent for combat.
The guy rammed me and I was speeding. I was quite far away. I was nearly out of my store region.
Cannot comply.
It's pennies, I know,
Frame
but
shift drive charging.
principle.
Well, there's.
Ready to engage.
Here you go, guys. How long do you think it is to scan every single system within the galaxy? How long do you think it will take you?
Lifetimes.
Forever,
Oh, every
because
system? Wow.
my
440 billion systems.
great,
2 or 3 weeks at least.
Well, I might be able to tell you.
Is that with the scanner range of about 20,000 light years by any chance?
You'd want that, wouldn't you? Surely the engineer has something like that, no?
So everybody who's explored less than half of the
With an FSD to make from one side of the outer edge of the galaxy to the other, going straight past Sagittarius A in one fell swoop, using no more than about not even a tenth of a gram of fuel.
There you go. It's all solar power.
The way I see it, there would have to be an NPC ship carrying all your ships for you to have a garage.
Engage.
or just simply transfer every ship into the station within reason, because you can only have 5 there.
Well, you can transfer them. It just costs you a hell of a lot, and it takes a bit of time.
No, what I mean is that always they don't. I don't know if it's transfer. What did they mean then in that stream? Because they're addressing this
Fuel scooping.
to make it far easier for you to. Oh, I think I know what they're doing. They're gonna let you transfer your modules off your ships and storage. I bet you that's what it is.
Oh, perhaps.
You know, it's just safe calling it all the way over, perhaps, and something similar to a garage of sorts.
All right, here's a question for you, Digi. Right, if there was a station, right, in one of the systems surrounding the Sagittarius A, how much do you think it would cost for you to bring your Anaconda, transit your Anaconda to it?
All right, that's a good question. With Cartel's story, he said that he spawned back in Colonia, and it cost for his, what did he have? The Asp Explorer, 32 million to get it from there back to the bubble. So let's say 60. I would say the price of the Anaconda itself.
Well, why didn't you just use a fuel suit?
No, we're talking about basically asking an AI to transfer to fly the ship back
Oh, I
to the
get you.
bubble.
Jesus.
So, considering,
That's a lot.
right, let's put it this way. Considering for me to get transfer my Anaconda from Quince to say Seoul was about 100, no, about a mil, 10 mil,
Temperature critical.
give or take. I'm going to hazard the guess it's going to be about 3 times the cost of the Anaconda itself.
Phew. And I'd still pay it. No problem.
Just to get back to the bubble quickly.
Yeah, just let me transfer it, and I'll wait then at the bubble for it. No problem. Yeah, my Anaconda will be here in 3 weeks, boys. Just
Give me a moment or two. I'll be offline for a few weeks.
it gives you a chance to play and complete a few games. Come back and ship's just arriving.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Having
can
that saying,
you-
yeah, Anaconda has just arrived at the station.
All right.
You know, you can change your throttle to be 25% increments or 12.5% increments. I would have found that, like, I'm pretty good at landing. I would have found that probably useful for landing and shit. Is that true? You know, would it benefit me in that situation? If I hate having to look at my speedometer, I'd rather just click and be happy. You know what I mean?
Oh dear.
Like 4 stages of transport sort of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Click, click,
Oh,
click,
crap.
click. And then I know the next click puts me in reverse.
I've just seen a star system, right, where the sun. I think I've just seen one of the biggest suns I've seen so far.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, we have a flare here.
You should take pictures of all these things as well and put them in our community, which hopefully will be set up for them.
Temperature critical.
Well, apparently,
That
according
chat
to,
is in the community, you know that.
apparently this sun, compared to Sol, is 600 billion times the size of Sol.
Oh,
Shit.
600 billion? You're gonna have to get close to that and show me how big that is. Good.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way, right? Because it was actually hurting my eyes. I can't look at that because it was actually hurting my eyes. I was about what? I was what?
You
20,
can't
I
get
was,
that on the screen.
no, I had to get out about over 1,000 light seconds just to get out and see the outer edge of the sun.
Ah. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it must be. Well, to target it, take the photo from the outer edge if you haven't already, so we can see the
No,
distance.
I've jumped. I'm starting to get sick and tired. I'm starting.
I'm not being funny. The amount more you said should have been way bigger than that. Even in fact, you would have had to have jumped out way earlier.
Biggest star known to the biggest star known to man, right? Is over. Well, apparently his name is Utix, right? UTYX, I think it is, and its size is so big. Alright, you can fit the solar system in its interior, well, in the interior, from bottom to from the South Pole to North Pole. Yeah, potentially over 400 million times, give or take. You actually see
can see beyond 4 to 5 miles, yet we're supposed to believe that we can see these stars from billions without we
well, apparently from surface to the centre of our sun is over 200 billion miles. No. 200.
No.
It couldn't be.
Oh, sorry, to our sun. Yes. I thought you meant to the core of the Earth.
No, to the core of the sun.
Right.
From
yeah,
the
have you
surface
noticed
of the sun to the core of the sun.
though, right, when you look into that, with the Earth, for example, they've never, ever, anywhere on the planet drilled more than 8 miles down.
7.
Ever. They can't. Right? So how do they know then it goes to molten different layers if they can't even get a scratch into the planet? I'm talking about the oil.
How do we know this? The crust is about 30 miles thick.
Okay,
Exactly.
but consider this, because I think everyone's math is wrong. The diameter of the sun is 700,000 kilometers, so I don't see how you could be from the core to the surface in billions of miles.
And how do sun rays split in all
Science is
directions?
all best guessed if you think about it.
They guessed. They made a model so many years ago and they stuck with it. You know what I mean? And it makes for a great game, but I think NASA never a straight answer off that.
No, because science is until it's been proven. All science is just best guess.
Best guess, yes, but you're not allowed to challenge it nowadays. And
No.
the whole premise of science is to be challenged. It always has been historically.
Oh, of course you're allowed to challenge it. It's challenged on a daily basis.
No. Well, like, they won't entertain any notions of the Earth possibly being flat.
Of course they
I'm not
won't.
saying-
That's not a theory. That's scientific fact. So that
No,
falls
it's
into fact.
Well, is gravity real, or is it just a theory?
Gravity's proven as well.
No, it isn't. Gravity is still called as a theory.
Not at all. Gravity's proven.
Look it up. Even William deGrasse Tyson tells you it's just a theory. You don't know what it is.
It's what is it? It's of the 4 forces of the universe, it's the weaker one. But if gravity's effect can be measured, it can't be a theory. mean-
How's it the weaker one? How's the gravity the weakest one?
Of the forces in the quantum mechanics scale, particles are so small that the effect of gravity between 2 particles is minuscule. So it becomes the weaker of the 4 forces. So you've got the strong magnetic force, the weak magnetic force, the nuclear force, and the gravitational force. Then would be the usually in quantum mechanics they only consider there to be 3 forces. They disregard gravity because at that scale it doesn't matter. Now in physics, of course, the laws of bigger things, gravity plays a much bigger part.
For example, yeah, but that you could say that's contradictory because.
Well, of course, I mean, there's no, but of course, I mean, there's no unifying theory yet to connect quantum mechanics to physics. I mean, they contradict each other on so many levels. What happens on the atomic level doesn't seem to match what happens in the grand scale of the universe. So you get a lot of contradictions in that sense. But gravity itself, just rolling back to that real quick, is proven because it's measured. It's a measurable force. I mean, we know the gravitational pull on the moon, and its ratio to that of the Earth. We know it on Mars. We can physically measure it. It's not a theory.
But if you think about it this way,
No, gravity
right,
is defined as a theory still, though.
think of it this way, right? In regards to one of the big gravitational forces known to man, black holes, the gravitational force, right? Potentially, what the object within the center of the accretion disk, so to speak, right? It could be the size of an atom with the that has that immense gravitational force that affects time.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So quantum mechanics could be completely wrong on that, because whatever's for example, the sun, right? Everything in the within the sun's interior is crushed by so much gravitational pressure, right? It creates just different elements until it hits the heaviest element going, which is lead, if I'm not mistaken.
How does it burn?
Right.
Unburnable.
Now, once the lead hits, that's when the sun's nuclear fusion completely deteriorates, right? And that's where gravity and the gravitational forces of the sun collapses and to form the black hole.
Arthur Dent's attacking me.
But then jump back to the black hole where you said, it could be the size of an atom. I mean, those exist all over the universe, and that's what they were worried about when we built the Large Hadron Collider, that people were panicking, it could create black holes. And it's like, sure, but those would be the size of atoms, and they dissipate within seconds.
Have you heard what they said about Hadron Collider now in their own words?
What's that?
They've punctured the veil, and soon we'll be televising the veil. And they've also confirmed in the last month that there are indeed multiple Earths in different light frequencies than what we can see, because we can only see 0.5% of visible light.
Yeah, true.
Well, they reckon there's multiple worlds now and quantum dimensions, and that's where they're making their D-Wave computers, the new supercomputers now.
Yeah.
Process 100 million times faster than ours, because they do it in another dimension where no one can see. Do you know what I mean?
It's certainly plausible. I mean,
there's some funky stuff coming out with physics.
See what this game is making us think about now. It's starting to trying to get our intellect up. It's kind of annoying. We're not playing the game. We're now talking about bloody science. we're being intelligent here. This is not good.
Yeah, I mean, but it does get you think. I mean, you just play the game here. Even the scale of the universe, staring at it on your screen, this is only the galaxy. Like, we can't even comprehend it.
But science has proven that the galaxy to exist out there also exists in the mind's eye, because we decode vibration and light into the back of our retina, which then creates an image and turns it the right way around, because it's upside down, into a picture that we see as our known perceived reality.
I've had many a conversation on this.
In secondary school, I learned that in secondary school. It's still true to this day.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's so much you can consider, right? Just picture this: you're born, and when you're growing up, your parents are pointing to this color on the wall, and they're telling you that's green, and so you learn that color is green. But if you could actually see through other people's eyes, you might realize that color is yellow to your perspective. But you've always been told it's green. No one knows how anyone else sees. It's absolutely incredible in that sense. Because each brain is decoding it completely different to a different brain. Whew. It's quite an interesting existence.
Another question that's always plagued me. How the hell do we know what our galaxy shape looks like?
I've asked myself that a few times.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this is now where NASA and their lies. And you've got to remember they get paid 16 to 19 million. Well, yes, live. There's a 19 million reason $19 billion reason why they have reason to lie per year of taxpayer money. That's a lot of money. And they keep getting caught out in the ISS with little bubbles, and little harnesses appearing out of nowhere, like as if they're in an underwater tank and shit like that. There's so many video montages from official clips that they either didn't notice the error in, or like you can look at the official picture of them stepping off the moon lander, right?
Oh, don't be one of those people.
And if you go into paint shop and you change the brightness up to max and mess around with any footage, you can see like a big square box around the Earth. That's why there's no bloody stars around it.
No, that's not true at all. I mean, science knows that. You know, on the moon at certain times you can either see the stars or you can't, and because they landed during the daytime, you needed a completely different type of camera to capture that.
That's not the question. That's not the reason.
Okay, but then you jump forward, and when Europe, and this is not NASA now, so if you're saying NASA is lying, when the European Space Agency sent our missions to the lunar surface to map it, boom, there's the rover, there's the original landing site, and we can see the craft. Unless NASA's paying us 20 billion.
It's worth for the Earth to mess around with. You know, how come they've never been back since the 70s? It's all bizarre.
But okay, but I'm all I'm asking is we have mapping technology now, Europe around the moon, and we've mapped it, and universities can access it. You can look at the feed live, and we can see the damn things. Also, there's an experiment you can do. They left this module on the moon. I think it was like the third visit or something. And you can point the laser up at the exact coordinates, and it beams back the transmission data that they had encoded back at that time. I mean, this is a known fact as well, that it's there. It's an experiment that's repeatable.
That isn't in place. You've got to remember that the leading theory on what our existence is, you know, which is spearheaded by Oxford University, the leading theory out of all three theories on why we're here, including the Big Bang, is it's a reality illusion we live in. Albert Einstein said the same thing. Reality is nothing but an illusion, albeit very persistent. So the leading theory at the moment, which is winning with an overwhelming 44%, I'd say, that's overwhelming, is actually that reality is some form matrix illusion.
44% of global physicists, or 44% of the conspiracy theorist website you read that on? That's what I'd be curious about.
No, I'm dealing with actual scientists now, like Michio Kaku and theoretical physicists. I'm talking about all mainstream stuff. Like, have you ever heard of TED Talks, sponsored by Rolex?
Not at all. I don't really follow anyone who's sponsored by anything. I'm just interested.
Watch company.
It's like the equivalent of FIFA. You know?
I don't follow FIFA either.
Not the game. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like science and breakthroughs in technology and stuff like that. There are actual shows you can watch now, either via your smart app, and everything that they like sort of about to release or need funding for releasing, like really cool tech and stuff, and stuff like this gets covered in TED Talks, TED Talks.
Oh, I follow TED Talks a lot.
Bill Gates is always on it, so if you don't respect his opinion, Stephen Hawking is always on it. If you don't respect his opinion, fair enough. But they're all saying things like this, man. Like there being other dimensions, and ours is like a more likely.
Oh, the multiverse theory, absolutely. I mean, I follow all these people. I respect their opinions, but at the same time, you're talking about Stephen Hawking. Now, when he's done theorizing all these different theories, he also theorizes back to why we're here, the cosmic scale, the whole fact of life visiting us, of how we're going to be destroyed. So it's not just he thinks that it is this or he thinks it is that. They've got hundreds of theories. Do you know what I mean? There's no leading theory because there's no way to measure any of these things. There's no one way. But tell me how to measure it then. How do you measure a simulation?
Think of it this way. Think of it this way.
Quantum world, that nothing is solid. Quantum, they proved that nothing is solid in the quantum.
Oh, absolutely nothing's solid. But that's the universe we live in.
Right. Think of it this way.
A universe, exactly. What would take to be a form of matrix.
But
at the moment, technically, right, we're we're theorizing things, but that we can't see, right? Now, if you think
to prove it.
Yeah, no, but if you think about it in this perspective, right?
Yeah.
If we didn't have mirrors, or technically we didn't have eyes, how would we know, right, that there is tangible visual evidence, right, exactly. That we're able, that we can able to, yeah. I'm saying. Right, you know, but this brings me back to the original question that started this conversation. How do we know that what our galaxy looks like? Right, we're looking at it at the level of a thin line, right, in the middle of that thin line, right.
Mm-hmm.
Now. Right now, they've cut what they've done is that they conjured up an image of a circular, well, near perfect spirally circular image of a galaxy that's purely conjecture, all based on conjecture.
Well, is it though? Is it? Because there's two things you can say to that. How was it composed? First of all, it was composed using all the data we have from every light spectrum.
A composite.
So if you pull together everything you have from every light spectrum, then you can start seeing the shape. You can see the bubble in the middle. You can see around.
Composite. They're all artist renditions.
Yeah, but then you could. Oh, of course they're artistic in nature, but it's the best guess based on.
Even pictures of the globe. The guy came out recently from NASA and says they kind of have to be because of the way the satellite takes strips of data.
Of the Earth, absolutely. I mean, that's for the flat Earth theory. So many people say, if it's really a globe, why can't they just take a picture instead of all these pictures put together? And it's because you need to be really far out. We have a picture, but of course you'll dispute this because it's called the full Earth.
That picture which they take out from the same distance every year, though, in fairness, that picture has changed and changes every year. And if you zoom into them, you can see copy-pasted photo clouds on them.
See,
of the full Earth picture, But are you saying that's the full Earth picture that the Apollo mission took?
The Earth picture they give us every year as being the official one.
No, I'm on about the one that's called the full Earth. It's the one that the Apollo mission took on their return from the moon. Yeah,
they take a full Earth one every year, though.
But they don't, because they haven't been back to the moon. There's one iconic full Earth picture. There's only one. There's lots of other pictures like it, but when you refer to the full Earth, that's that one picture that was taken.
No, on the moon, you want to look right at the guy landing on the moon, okay? Because what you'll notice is the Earth in the background is tiny, yeah? But then in another shot, the moon is absolutely like 100 times bigger.
Oh, but you can't do that. I mean, I've taken, there's been massive harvest moons out, and I'll go out with a camera and take a picture, and I can barely see the damn thing. I take my girlfriend's camera, we point it up, and boom, it's massive right in front of us. But I mean, it's not even zoom. It's just her camera's set up to take different types of shots than mine. I can't get the moon at all. It's like we tried to do a romantic shot before, with this big moon in the background, and it's just nothingness. There's a lot of different mechanics going on. There's a lot of different cameras and different suites that they had to do different things. What you're doing is you're taking a theory you have and then applying circumstantial evidence to it instead of just taking the full picture.
No, I've actually...
Okay, but let me back up then, because you made a point about NASA, having billions of dollars of reasons to lie. And when I asked you about the universities that are currently doing work on the moon using the European technology and where we can clearly see the landers and all that, you brushed that point off completely.
Oh, wait a minute now. You're getting into something else with the landers.
The landers, the footprints, the tracks.
They showed the photographs, and there wasn't so much as a blast crater or any dust that landed on any of the.
You're gone to a completely different point again. Why would there be a blast off crater?
What I was going to say.
But I mean, you're.
They even hired Stanley Kubrick to take the moon landing.
Of course.
They
I
asked
mean,
him to do it.
you're. But one point first. You're imagining a blast-off crater using Earth physics, and you're not taking into account the fact they're in a zero atmosphere environment, and they're not blasting off with these massive rockets with this fire.
Exactly. So what would there be to push against? That's what I'm saying.
Well, you push against the surface, sure.
The moon,
But
the moon does
don't
have
work in
right,
space.
guys. The moon does have a certain does have a gravitational pull on its surface, but it's,
it does. But
in regards to
You
the
saw it
Earth,
when you saw the blasting of
it's
the rockets.
it's minuscule compared to the Earth.
that's
right?
it's 1/6.
Yeah. So in regards to scale, it's still technically minuscule, right? But when you say the blast crater from the Earth from the moon, there's a reason. There is a reason why there's no blast crater on the moon,
Oh, thank you, Carl.
right?
No, from its landing. You see clearly on the landing it's spraying up dust everywhere, yeah?
Yeah,
Yet
that's
when
because
you see the
that's
photographs of their moonwalk, you see that there's no dust anywhere. There's not even an impression of the machine when it landed, or any kind of like scorching of the
that's
floor.
because half of the machine's still there.
And there's no scorching because it's not coming down with it's not coming down with
As it
fire. It
lands-
doesn't.
As it lands on the moon in perfect panning, you have a camera that's already on the moon to take that picture. Now, why was there no mention of them, say, maybe dropping down a camera crew first to take that picture, or a kind of remote camera?
Oh, you mean
was already-
as opposed to the rovers that were already on the moon and the countless missions before we went and landed there with the tech? I mean, this was well known. But hang on, I just want to swing back again because I'll make the point a third time. You keep brushing it off. You said NASA was lying, but when I ask you about the universities and using Europe's technology and that we can see all this stuff now, how are we seeing it? We can see the footprints. We can see the buggy that they went driving on. It's all there. We can see the flag that they put down.
Right, okay.
And so either it's a big conspiracy between NASA, Europe, Russia, China, and all the universities.
I've not come across one non-NASA official source to provide any evidence of that type whatsoever.
Look into European Space Agency missions and then go further into Luna.
Yeah. Why don't you just point Hubble and just debunk it once and for all? No?
It's too close.
Just don't do that.
I mean, it's like me getting my telescope and looking at you. It's not designed for that. Hubble's designed to see out at great distances. It's not. You can't go out and change the lens.
Exactly. So then, how come it can't take an accurate picture of any of our planets then, in any of our solar system? It doesn't. Every single picture of Pluto, Neptune, Venus, Uranus, Mars, they're all artists' renditions.
Again, it's not designed to see through our solar system. It's designed to see into the galaxy and universe. Again, but it does matter. It does matter. It's not. It doesn't. Grab a telescope. It's
taken a picture of so far. It's come up as a composite. If you actually look at the fine print, it tells you it's a composite.
No, that's not true. That's not true because recently I was looking at pictures of Jupiter from the Juno satellite that we sent out, and it was taking pictures on its approach. And there was this. Where else? Pluto recently. There's been pictures of Pluto. It was really weird. Hang on. It was really weird. No, these were live photos coming from it, right? It was taking a while to download them, but it was approaching Pluto. What?
Did you see the nationwide footage, live footage, of them showing us the dark side of the moon for the first time?
No.
You haven't seen the dark side.
I've seen the dark side of the moon, but I've not watched any live stream event of it streaming or something.
No, there's only once they've ever took the dark side of the moon, and it was about 2 years ago, and they released it on mainstream television. They recorded the moon passing the Earth, and they were behind the moon and the Earth, right?
Okay.
You watch that footage and tell me it's real. It is awful. Honestly, it is so awful they couldn't even be bothered to remove the big black line around the moon. It is so fake that they could only give it to us 1 frame an hour kind of speed.
Right, because You see,
You think when you look into that, it's just
Right.
bizarre.
There's
We have
there
big
is a
motives to
potential.
lie.
There
And
is a
guess
potential
what?
answer for that.
And guess
There-
what? They've also slipped up in a recent press statement with SpaceX. They've said for the first time ever, they have now developed the shielding needing to pass through the Van Allen belt. Well, hold on a minute. The deadly radiation.
you
that
you
surrounds our
can't
planet,
apply
how the
that
hell?
thinking. You can't apply that thinking. Yes, they developed it so that there's no effect on us. That's great. You know that, okay, that's some deadly radiation, and if you go to the moon once, you can't go back, and that's why. That radiation doesn't kill you on contact. Do you know that
Buzz
that
Aldrin has said live on camera that we didn't know about any radiation. We weren't harmed by anything.
they weren't. I mean, you fly through the belt. It's not something that if you fly.
The Van Allen belt, they said it's lethal. He wouldn't survive more than a few minutes, and they would have been in there,
Okay,
like,
I'll tell you what. I'm going to find that right now. Which expert said that? I'm going to find that statement right now because I know that not to be true.
Look at the latest,
I know what the belt is, and I know what it does. But
Mission to Mars, SpaceX, NASA, right? And you listen to his main goal we've got for going to Mars,
and he said that you can only survive in that belt a few minutes.
and he basically says for the first time ever we'll be able to pass through the Van Allen belt.
Oh, okay, sure, but that's with no harm. That's with no genetic harm.
And,
SpaceX.
and of course, NASA, right? And also, I also urge you as well, just for your own curiosity, look at the press conference from Buzz Aldrin and that when they returned from the moon, compared to someone who, say, does a parachute jump or any other kind of high orbit flight when they come back excited because they've actually done it. They look miserable. Two of them can't even look up towards the crowd. And one guy looks with a very sad look in his face. That doesn't look like enthusiastic people who have just been to the moon.
No, it doesn't. It looks like someone that's suffering the effects of returning to orbit after not being in gravity for quite some time. You see it from all the space station missions as well. In fact, usually when they land, you put them in a wheelchair. Their eyes can't tolerate the sun through our atmosphere right now. Their leg muscles are not used to standing on the gravity. I think you need to stop watching these shows, and I think you need to go and research it for yourself. I'd recommend reading a few papers from the universities.
I'm actually watching their own shows. That's the thing. Their own shows.
Okay, so I'll go back again. What do you think your theory is that NASA's teamed up with with European universities to lie?
And when George Scott got back from the ISS, I think it's George Scott, the bald guy, okay, when he got back recently, he was on straight away, and he's saying there's all this illness and lag and whatever, and when he come back and whatever, and he was up there for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's umming and ahhing everything because he's absolutely fine.
Okay, they're fine, sure, but there's a lot of muscular degradation. Some walk, some are wheelchaired. The ones that walk are advised not to. I mean, this is just known. They shouldn't be walking, but you're welcome to. But
exercise machines there to actually.
They're not adequate. They're not adequate at all.
The only way you can stop muscle the only way you can stop muscle degradation in space is having a simulated Earth-type environment, which means you have to have a part or majority of the station, right, in a certain role to produce the necessary gravity of the Earth, so there's no degradation.
Treadmills that drag you down, make you feel like you've got gravity and pull to the floor.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah, but you're still talking. You're still talking 30% muscle loss, and don't take my word for it. Look at some of the live streams from the astronauts themselves, and have a look at them showing you their legs and their skeletal structure.
But look how much muscle loss Christian Bale did for the movie Machinist, and look how much he lost just in a few months.
Which is the reason why there's not much more missions going in and out of orbit unless there's something wrong with the actual satellite.
And again, though, I want to go back to what you said about your man losing weight for the movie Bale. again, you're comparing Earth physics to orbital physics. I mean, muscle mass in orbit is your heart, for example, is so used to pumping so gently that it loses muscle mass there. It's not just physical appearance.
The entire model. You weren't the only one in school to be taught this model, dude. Honestly, I mean, everyone gets taught it. The very first thing every kid in school is shown is the globe, where you come from, in nursery, you know? So
Sure.
I've also looked into the model and what is right and wrong, and I love playing a game which is based upon that model. I'm just saying they have huge motive to lie. They've admitted to lies in the past, and you know what's to say that such people cannot be lying to us again.
But are you talking about NASA now?
NASA.
Well, don't get your news from NASA then. I mean, you said you'd never heard anything come out of anything other than NASA, but Europe's putting out some fantastic stuff.
That's the only official source.
It's not the only official source. I'm subscribed to the European Space Agency.
No,
That's
I
an
know
official
the
source.
That's included. I know that.
All right, that's
also-
I
fantastic.
know
Space
Yuri
Agency,
Gagarin was the first man in
Chinese.
space, and Valentina Vladimirova Petrushka was also the first woman in space. I mean, I know all the stuff about space.
Yeah, but when you say something then like NASA's the only official news, it's like, of course it isn't. NASA have some amazing stuff going on, but Europe have some amazing stuff going on, and not just that, but private industry does as well.
Okay, watch China flying over the moon then and tell me that's real. Watch their live footage of their moon, because they've got a satellite going around the moon constantly, recording it, and I'm telling you, it does a pass over the entire moon in minutes. It's just, it looks something that Elite Dangerous is 1,000,000 times better at portraying. It is terrible. And here's another thing, the ISS, which is on for 24/7 each day, cannot go longer than an hour without shutting down. Because every time it approaches Antarctica, it breaks down apparently, or it goes down for a while, then you get fed the same loop again. And if you literally have like a sort of...
So the ISS isn't there either?
If you get a PC and trace the image as well, you'll see quite often the clouds, they only bother moving the clouds.
So the ISS isn't there?
The ISSs can be seen there with using an app.
Oh,
But
I've seen it. I've seen it in the horizon multiple times, and my dad showed me on a telescope. But you can see it there. I mean, it's not something that they're making up. You just need to go to ISS map on a browser and find out when it next comes over. But no, I'm saying find out. You're missing the point. Find out.
I've seen it too. It's got a very rainbow kind of shimmery glow to it.
Not at all.
Right.
I just see this bright light come into the horizon, pass along, and if you're good enough and you have a good enough telescope to track that, then yeah, you can definitely see it's a space station.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it zoomed into it. I know exactly what it looks like when it's zoomed into it. It doesn't look very convincing to me.
Okay, so the world is lying to us then. All space agencies.
Like a hologram almost.
All right.
Hologram. We haven't even seen
It
got
has
that
the whole
technology
map
yet.
is like a hologram, you know. It's sort of like spectrum and coloured and wobbly.
So just out of curiosity, you're saying that pretty much every telescope now has a small little bit of technology of hologram
No, that's not
technology.
what I said at all. No.
Okay, but what I'm saying is,
on
every country in the world knows it's there. You just point a telescope at it and you can see it.
Doesn't look like how you'd expect it to be at all.
I think we can say safe to assume we can blame everything on aliens.
No, I blame society.
Yeah.
I just know NASA has been caught out for lying so many times. So does all our governments. They constantly lie. We're currently in over 9 wars still.
Anyway, have you been jumping?
So
No, I haven't.
we get lights.
Jump.
Hang on. I gotta fly into the cone of this Neutron real quick.
Right.
Give me a second.
Intellectual talk over. Let's play Elite Dangerous and have Elite Dangerous conversations, because this is getting a bit too heated for anyone to
Yeah, people just blindly just believe anything, you know, without actually investigating it.
I know, like flat Earth theory, stuff like that. I know what you mean.
Don't start, guys.
Oh, that's just, you know, that's just reaching out a bit
I
there.
thought,
Like.
I thought I'll stop you there. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same thing as when you're having out messages, conversations.
Put it this way: have you seen that view? No. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we will never know the actual truth, no matter how much we argue and toss back and forth.
Until we see our own, until we see it with our own eyes, let's just say it's all conjecture for the time being. How about that? Apart from the ones that, apart from scientifically proven and have tangible evidence, conjecture, leave it at that.
If it's got tangible evidence, yeah, I agree.
That's the thing. Would you agree with that, Digi?
Like the curvature of the Earth? Sure.
Yes.
Right,
okay. Right, okay, enough. Leave it at that, Jedi.
Wouldn't swear on the Bible that they went there.
There we go.
Leave it at that. Because I bet now Digi's stream now has gone from having a few subscribers to none by now.
It takes hours to get people to come in. Those are decent.
Not at all.
Right.
Where are we? Right, I'm still trying to get into the cone of this damn thing.
Well, I'm below 200 jumps weight now.
Oh, nice.
You both
And I
doing
think
long distance stuff?
Yeah, we're both going to the same distance, same place. One of us just using different methods to get there.
Sauce is ready. Frame shift charging. Bye. Take it later, or talk to you later, Carl. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Sorry.
I bet he was thinking. I bet that guy was thinking. Right. What they're talking about? Why they're talking about? This is getting too heated. What the hell's going on?
Alright, here we go. Damn it, where's
You might be going to check up some of the stuff. They've actually said themselves.
196 jumps to go. Do you think you'd be able to beat me there?
Not at all. Especially if I can't. Like, I messed up on a Neutron star there, and it just ejected me way off. Yeah, so I'm trying to get back to it now. To finish the charge. We can do this!
Well, Jodo, if you're still in the bubble, I'm about roughly about 22,000 light years away from you, mate.
Yeah, this bubble thing, I hardly spent any time in it at all. But I keep having to cut through the outskirts of it sometimes just to go into places. I didn't even know what the bubble was for a while, and then I saw it. I thought, why the hell is it so small for a start? Like, you know what I mean?
That's because the powers are scared. They want to control the same faction around Earth.
Then they need to really flesh out this universal balance.
Well, Frontier are thinking about actually getting the bubbles, like, you know, getting all the powers in different parts of the galaxy now. So
well, what they should do ultimately, to be honest with you, there should be, like, you know, a race over Sagittarius way. There should be a race over such and such a way, and just introduce them slowly or something.
Well, you do know that's going to be all Diamondback explorers, because they've got the highest jump range.
Yeah, but we're talking like totally new ships. Totally new stuff, like.
Why are you not charging?
Sorry, that every time I jump, I lag out. Yeah, every time I do a hyperspace jump, I lag out. I like it because it's got a kind of a realistic feel.
So what I'm saying is, if they want to do a bubble like that, fine. Why don't make another bubble elsewhere with other superpowers, with other things you might need in the future or something?
No, will do. Thargoid's a real threat. They're going to bring in another species that has potentially technology to fight them properly. Instead of the things are going to be bringing in more weapons, more shields, more ships.
Yeah.
But I'm probably thinking that's going to be in the next 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be very slow, a lot of the stuff.
Playing it on the PS7.
Otherwise, they're going to try and cater too much for the people that
PS
are,
Ultimate.
Or the PS1, maybe.
If you go too far,
PS1 remastered.
There you go. Plotting 30. Okay.
But everything is now. All the PlayStations are hologram, and every flat surface has a hologram projector.
Oh, I'd say the PlayStation 7 or 10 or whatever, it could be a built-in chip into your skull. Or just a pair of contact lenses you just kind of slip on and away you go.
No, just like a certain dream thing. You could just sort of go to sleep, put the PlayStation on, and that's it. You're playing the game while you're sleeping.
That would be so time efficient. Going to sleep there, boys. I'll talk to you in a second.
Lucid dreaming technology style.
Oh, hell yes.
I don't even know what that is, so it's not even bother going there.
I don't want that tech invented, because if PlayStation could tap into it, so could my workplace. No, thank you.
Well,
how's it, Digi? You do know while you were sleeping last night, you kind of streamed a lot of RedTube stuff onto our screens.
My bad. Still good quality,
yeah,
no?
You do know that you're going to be able to wake up in the morning very soon, press a button and watch your videos.
Oh no, slow
You
down.
have heard Mr. Taku announce this, have you guys?
I'm sorry, say that again? Sorry, I was about to crash into a gravitational thing there.
Taku, the leading physicist in the world, has basically come out and said that they already have technology to look through human eyes, and they also have the technology to, they're also perfecting the technology to record your dreams, so that when you wake up in the morning, you'll be able to actually, what did I dream about last night, in case you don't remember.
Oh, we're a long way off from that, but yeah, I've seen that they're working on that kind of stuff.
I've seen very old footage of a cat, and they look into the eyes of a cat literally in real time. And they're also using AI to develop these dreams. From reading your brainwaves, they're able to detect what image you're thinking of. So if you look on YouTube for Google Dream AI, you'll see the first ever computer rendition of someone's dream. Now, it's only the first one, and it's got a few more years to go, but you will be able to press play in the morning and watch your own little blockbuster movie, if you didn't remember being there. That's been emitted on all the news in all the countries of the world. All the, prime time news in between the Super Bowl and
I still stand by the statement of gaming while you sleep. That would be an absolute awesome thing to do, because then you can go to work during the day. As soon as you get in, you can just go straight to sleep for the rest of the evening after you've eaten, on my head.
Yeah, they've already got an app out now for Microsoft HoloLens that basically what you can do is have it so you're shagging your missus, or you're shagging your secretary, but you're not shagging her. But through your lens, you're fucking her, and she's fucking you. Have you seen that advert?
No.
Basically, if you're sort of already fucking, you can record it, right, using HoloLens. Right?
Well, you do know Digi's still streaming, right?
That's fine, worked away.
Sorry.
We're past 9 PM in some territory, I'm sure.
VR is 80% funded by the porn industry, right? And Even PlayStation had a bit of a laugh about that as well. But there, you can do it, and then you can sort of remind yourselves of it all day by just, replaying the file. And because it's point of view, VR, you can sort of watch it.
Still prefer the real thing.
Yeah, you would have done the real thing, but like relive it, kind of thing, in your. I don't know. It's weird. It's you need to look at the adverts to.
I see one kind of major critical problem with that.
What's that?
Well, if let's say hypothetically that their technology is already is available and whatnot. What would happen if you misses saw it?
Yeah, I mean that's just one example. I think that they were trying to say, that the secretary was his girlfriend, if you know what I mean, in the thing. But yeah, things are going to be quite fun.
Yeah, but let's just say that could probably just hypothetically that could probably destroy 50% of the current global population's relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes down. They want to reduce population, don't they? They're always on about population. They keep trying to push through Parliament in the UK, one-child baby.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. You know that.
No, it's being rebuked at the moment. But I also keep it up to date with Parliament as well, because in between them acting to hate each other and going rah 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 and things like that towards each other, all number of gentlemen, they'll then suddenly quickly mention an act or something which you've never heard of. Then you're going to look up what the act actually is, and it's something diabolical. But then enough people, thank God, are still there to say no at the moment. It was like
where's your shields gone?
I had to drop him. I'm doing a full repair of my ship here real quick.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering what actually happened if you were getting attacked by Thargoids then for a moment. I'm just thinking, what the hell?
How awesome would that be?
That would be amazing if the Thargoids. I wouldn't put it past them if they can make a jump more than 100 light years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a few clips, man, in the future. Rather than you having a bit of a bitter taste or either way, honestly, there's a few interesting things that they've come out with and said, or a few interesting clips to watch about certain things which I fought just so valiantly as you have. And now all I can say is I'm not so sure when it comes to things like the ISS anymore, because I don't really know, because I haven't been on board it, so I can't tell you if it's 100% what they say it is. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of anomalies with the female's hair, like perming it in place, and it doesn't float around naturally in the 0G. There's actually clips where you see the guy's harness clearly from his belt around his waist. That's why they always huddle their arms together around the midsole. But
are you talking about American football?
I'm more of a rugby fan.
Well, yeah, it's American football, rugby, pretty much the same thing.
Don't say that.
Well, how do you think American football came to be?
No, don't say it's the same thing.
Don't say it was just Superman's fault because he kicked the ball into space and then they got the hole.
No, the point is, rugby, you can only pass the ball behind you. American football, you can chuck it right in front of you and that's it. That's the only difference, but apart from what they wear and what people wear.
The Kevlar armor.
Mate, because you slam into each other and get tackled by big burly men.
Yeah, same with it's pretty much similar to the American football. As I said, the only difference, and please correct me, Digi, if I am wrong, is the rule of chucking in front of you and behind you. That's the only two differences.
Well, yeah, there's another one though that annoys me because my brother used to play American football, so I have to go watch. It's like you make a play and then we stop for 20 minutes and we have talks and it's like Jesus Christ. First game I went to see my brother playing, I didn't think it was going to be a 2.5 hour ordeal. It's like, oh my, because it was raining and it's not in a stadium. I'm out in the side of a field, you know, freezing my ass.
Frantic. You know what I mean? Rugby's frantic, mate. They don't stop for nothing. You know, they're running along. They do a bit, but not in a frustrating way like American football does. And I have played a lot of Madden when I was, you know, when back in the day when they were like fun.
They were fun.
Yeah. Well, we know when it was like just started to get like quite good graphics. I'm on about like there was some pretty cool ones there, like that. But now it's all too realistic. I can't handle NBA either. I'm like, what? Like you just run for 2 seconds and throw the ball in the hoop. That's boring to me. Like, I don't understand. And that has got to be one of the biggest scams of EA and stuff. You know, come on, all that changes each year could easily be done in a DLC. You know, like a little update, you know what I mean? Maybe you pay 20 quid just to get the new jerseys. But now they'll release a brand new game. And then make you pay DLC every quarter when they change their tops. So I sort of stopped at FIFA 16. No, FIFA 16.
I never played any of the FIFAs. Don't see a point.
Well, I used to like it for social couch co-op with my mates, just now and again. You know, like we go out on the piss, come back to. So I used to play real football myself, not a special team or anything, just Lampeter first, you know, Wales. But yeah, so it was something back in the day when I was in school that it was fun. Back in the days where Sensible Soccer came out and stuff, really bend it like Beckham, well before Beckham really old boy.
Come on.
Well, I started at the I started at what, the 595 light year jumps.
Yeah.
When I came in this morning, I'm now down to 183.
Oh, so close, so close.
To be honest, I'm actually thinking about getting up and jumping off this, getting everything, getting food and all that lot. To be honest,
It's not a bad idea to do a bit of refueling, actually.
well, to be honest, it'd be more like I'll be doing the rest of it tomorrow Monday.
Yeah. You should leave the game like okay in your head before you go, because if you burn out, you run the risk of like starting to hate the game.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Oh, I can never hate this game. It's too fun. It's relaxing, to be honest.
It is awesome. It is awesome. Scan jump, scan jump, scan jump. Brilliant. I'm joking. I'm joking.
But when I've got Spotify music, scan jump doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you're the same as me. I used to Spotify it, but now I have these space opera audiobooks that I'll play in the background, which seem to go nicely. Yeah, it goes so nicely with what you're doing.
Many of them on Spotify dramas, like the Doctor Who ones and stuff. Pretty cool. Doctor Who ones, which are fully dramatized, and or I don't know if they do the audiobooks like BlackBox, but they definitely do the dramas.
Oh, they do the audiobooks as well, yeah. It's just harder to navigate through and find, but they're there.
Another thing that makes it sort of like a bit more exhausting is when you're playing in the dark, curtains closed, door closed, and the only light you're getting is from the suns that you jump into the system.
Oh, blinds you. There's only one thing comparable to that, and that's if you're watching Netflix and it moves on to the next episode and the Netflix logo just slams up. It's like, wow, Jesus Christ, my eyes.
Rolling up a cigarette and you really need that light.
Yeah, it's handy.
Well, I think I'm going to make it to do the next jump, leave it in exactly 180, and probably jump off for the rest of the night, because to be honest, I've been up since about 6 this morning.
Yeah,
I've been up since.
I'll get some dinner. I'll jump on later though and try to make up some ground. It needs to be done.
Well, like I said, if
we added each other, Mr. At the moment, it seems like we've had a nasty debate, but honestly, there's no bad blood here at all.
Oh, not at all,
I'm
man.
open
Hey, dude, I've been part of a debate team all my life. Don't worry about it. I don't take anything personally. Everyone has their own opinion, and it's just fun to debate it out.
Yeah,
Well,
and
unless
it's
it
not so
starts
much
getting nasty.
opinion, it's just queries I have. I have so many questions for them, which they won't argue or answer back. They won't, nothing, you know what I mean? They don't.
They hired me to answer those questions for you. That's why I'm here. I've been sent. It's taken us a while to find your PSID, but I got you now.
Right, let's put it this
I'm
way.
mad, yeah,
Right,
dude. I'm mad, yeah,
listening to you two debate, if it sounds like Sheldon and Leonard from The Big Bang Theory. It's just like, what's this way? What was like one person say it's for Sheldon, one person said, and then they're adamant they're both right.
Well, I spent my life researching astronomy, okay, believing it. So,
I'm glad.
To be saying
I'm so glad you didn't say astrology.
Really was hard for me to swallow. You know what I mean? Because I believe NASA. I've got brain photographs from NASA, which I never took out the package more than once. Because when at 7, I did a school project, and I wrote to them saying I want to be an astronaut one day and shit like that, and they sent me 2 like proper photos. So I was the hardest of all people to even admit that some of this is yeah, there's potential for lying here. You know what I mean?
Oh, there always is. I mean, I always make sure I look
exactly
at
where you're coming from, and exactly a lot of the arguments you're going to use to defend it, because I called upon them too.
Oh, I get you, but I mean, I draw upon what I call collective knowledge, so it doesn't come from one place. And if someone comes up and says, you know, what's been said, we think we can challenge this, and here's how we're going to do it, I take great interest. Yeah. But, you know, it's the fundamentals. Like, I know from being up at 40, 45, I think the highest I've been is 55,000 feet in the air. I know the Earth is round. I can see the curvature.
I can't see no curvature from an airplane. I'm sorry.
The further, as I say, the highest I've ever been is in a normal twin-engined normal airplane going towards Portugal, so not that high.
Yeah, they go high enough for you to detect curvature if there is any, and there's always a flat line. Horizon always rises to the eye level. That's one thing that bugs me, that the flat Earth movement is right about, which I can't debunk, because I've been to the beach with a telescope, and I've watched boats disappear, what should be over the horizon level. But no, I've been able to zoom into them for the next 3 or 4 hours and watch them go up to easily 20, 30 miles out on a clear day. But if one wave ripples a little bit towards up a bit, the boat just vanishes totally out of view, because of course the waves really do break up your field of view, sort of thing, because of the horizon converging and the way we see converging in the middle.
There's a really good experiment that's done to challenge this. It's like, if you go at a certain distance and you drop okay, so you've got like an object that someone's holding up at a certain distance away, and a sniper is aiming at it with a bullet, and the sniper fires at the exact same time you drop it, the bullet will hit it. The bullet doesn't go over it, the bullet hits it, because the curvature of the Earth means it still hits the mark.
Well, but then again, I am actually a trained marksman. I've won Business Marksmanship of the Award 3 years in a row when I was in cadets. And the Coriolis effect...
And we lost you there, buddy. Your microphone's gone.
Yep.
The Coriolis effect, you must have heard about this. Doesn't affect sniping. I do enough, and I've got enough rifles myself.
It does. Anything beyond anything shooting beyond a mile,
like
everything comes into play.
I'll go back because I got this example recently, and it was someone you quoted earlier, and you said that he's respected. Neil deGrasse Tyson uses this exact example. If you look at some of his YouTube videos about hang on. If you look at some of his videos about the flat Earth theory, because you said that he says stuff and you validate his opinion, and so if you validate his opinion, then you should hear what he has to say about the flat Earth movement. Because you can't just pick.
I've seen him go, "I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch, and this is gravity," and drops the mic.
No, it's not. No, it's something else entirely.
No, but I've seen So in some of his things. But one thing that's interesting about Neil deGrasse Tyson is that he's ridiculing Flat Earth, yeah, and making millions, right? But then his own nephew, or B.O.B., that rapper, yeah, is actually pushing the Flat Earth movement.
Ah, but
So
that's
they live under the same house half the time.
but that means
They live
nothing.
in-
I mean, me and my brother are polar opposites as well, and we grew up together all our lives. That means absolutely nothing.
I know, it's just, they're both, they say there's no better way to lead an opposition than to control it. So, I wonder what them two are up to then, you know what I mean? Because they're very high up. Anyway, guys, I think we will,
Yeah, it's been. I didn't even think about peeing until you just said it, and now suddenly, yeah.
but now actually
I'm thinking food, then watch something on YouTube, then get ready for bed, considering I'm up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, fair enough.
How many episodes are we into that new Star Trek?
5 is coming, I think, or 6.
5's coming, yeah.
All right, 5.
5.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I can't remember my sign in to Netflix. What are they on? Is it Netflix or Sky Go?
Netflix.
I've got Sky Go, Netflix, and Amazon.
Netflix.
Bollocks. Okay, I'll have to go to Movies 123 to get it then.
Ah, you can just hit forgot password, and it takes 2 seconds on console to reset.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it is, I've got like 3 screens though, my mum and my sister and me. And all I have to basically do is phone my mum and say, Mum, what's the bloody password?
Fair enough.
I don't want to be the one to screw up their possible view, you know?
Makes sense.
It's because they did a security check recently, you know, and made you enter your password again. That's what happened to me.
At least you're not doing a 2-step system.
Oh, yeah.
It could be because I didn't do that, yeah. They're getting fussy with some of my things now. They're insisting I do 2-step.
Anyway, yeah, just the thing, Digi, you do know you're actually catching up.
Oh, sweet.
Because when I first looked, you're about 14,000 light years. Yeah?
Mhm.
You're now 13,037 light years.
Oh,
away from me.
nice. That's what I like to hear. I need to stop and save
So
a few
I'd say-
bookmarks later.
Yeah, so tomorrow, by tomorrow, I'll expect to see you within the 6,000.
Hopefully so. I mean, I'm going to bring... my laptop is downstairs, so when I go down, I can run the game. And I just start setting bookmarks again, my next path, kind of the next 60 or 70 places. And then remote play is very handy like that. So I have Netflix going and I'm just...
Remote play?
That's me.
He was helping me defend Elite Dangerous earlier. Thank you, dude, inside the chat.
Not a bother.
Well, I think we'll leave. Oh my God, that's a bright bloody light. Just turn the bloody
We normally on other topics would get on, and I'm a right laugh. I'm not a conspiracy nut at all.
Don't worry about it. We were all on last night, were we not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there too. Yeah.
I was indeed.
You're the one that Irish, isn't it?
That's me.
I was talking to you about the hooch. Yeah.
I just made an observation. Cool beans, I'll be on anyway. No worries. I'll jump. Take it easy, guys. It's been a pleasure as always. I'll try my best. That's all I can promise. Hopefully so, yeah. Cool, yeah, I'll try and plot a reverse course. Cool beans. That's doable. Yeah, exactly. I'm 27, so I can really do the math. That's fine. Don't worry. All right, man. Take it easy. All the best. Bye. Alrighty. Certainly laughs and giggles. I am going to save it up here for now and see how I get on a little later. I've got to set some new bookmarks, maybe for the next 50 jumps or so, and I will jump on with another stream later. I quite enjoyed this stream. It's nice to have a party set up, and this was certainly as always an interesting group. We had Cartel on earlier, we had the guys on there. There's always something happening in chat, something to discuss, so always a great laugh to travel with company. And for those of you who tuned in and kept me company via chat as well, thank you so much. It has been an absolute pleasure. If you liked the video, please do click that like button and like the video. Every like does help. And if you're not already subscribed, please do consider a subscription. And until next time, take it easy. All the best.